niggas, man. You know, do what we can, man. Stand up dudes, man. Real gentlemen. And we standing on business, though.
Welcome to the round table, baby, where the boss is a meet. Get a glimpse in the mirror, gotta know you a king. If it's one thing for sure, you a made man now. Gotta wear it like a crown. Do you know what that mean? Wanna join the elite? You better be what you claiming to be. You better have your facts straight when you speak. You know, sometimes you gotta agree to disagree. Nigga might have to speak on it. Got a whole thumbnail with the team on it. You can stay up in the chat or you can cam up. We can put it on the screen if you saying something. They going crazy in the chat, they gon' ban us. Tell them how you really feel, nigga, man up. No judgment and handcuffs. I told him throw a tantrum. I be wishing I could stand up. The nigga stand up. One thing for sure, we say what they want. You do what they don't. If it's one thing for sure, we say what they want. You do what they don't. One thing for sure, we say what they want. You do what they don't. If it's one thing for sure, we say what they want.
What it do? What it do? What it do?
What up?
What's going on, man? Welcome to the One Thing for Show episode 27. 27, we live, baby.
Episode 27.
We ain't live, but you know. What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing, man? How y'all feeling?
What's up with the bros, though?
Man. Big chillin'. Episode 27. We got
Big bro in the house.
Yeah, we got a guest in the house, Matt Craig. What's going on, man? How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling good to be here, you know what I'm saying? I've been watching y'all like weekly after weekly, you know what I'm saying? So, privilege, you know what I'm saying? For me to be sitting here and one of these shares, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that shit feel good, though.
Yeah, you look good, though. You look good.
Now you with the One Thing for Show boys, man. That shit feel good.
I've been waiting, too. I've been reading and all kind of shit. I know a lot of shit.
We got peanuts, water and shit, you know what I mean? Little drink. I mean, we treat our guests well, man.
Sure, I went to this one spot, man. They didn't have nothing, man.
Yeah, you know. We give you the finest of things.
Bring your own shit. You ain't prepared.
BYOB. Bring your own bullshit.
We give you the finest, man. Shit. But yeah, man, this episode 27, man. Officially the third live episode, man.
Yes.
I feel like we've been getting some good little interactions, man.
Yeah, good content,
good interactions. People been engaging. From YouTube to the social media, man, I feel like
TikTok is heavy.
I've been engaging, man. I remember like when I was just like a fan in the audience, and I was leaving no comments. You never responded. You never like. That's why I knew I was like, damn, this shit is big because he ain't even got time to respond to his own brothers. Like, you know, I'm like, fuck, you know,
man. Look, thank everybody out there for tuning in, chiming in, commenting. You know, giving us your input. You know, that's what we're looking for. Good or bad, however you want to word it, you know, just give it to us. That's what we appreciate. All day. I love the content.
It all counts up. It all adds up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Foundation is the realization that we trying to, you know what I mean, receive work with.
This, I always say, like, this, you really putting your whole life on display with this shit. You putting, you kind of subjecting yourself to public opinion.
Definitely.
People don't know you, so they're gonna take a clip. Something you say, whether you meant to say it like that or not, they're going to interpret it how they want to interpret it. So, I mean, but we all got thick skin. We understand that, and we understand what we doing with this and how far we trying to take it. And I welcome all the comments, man, negative or positive.
We know what come with it. We know what come with the territory, man. We with it, so we still gonna continue. Still gonna put out, you know, our content. Our content, a part of our life stories. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get it all.
Just understand, man, we human. This shit is, we out here, we doing a lot, we doing what a lot of people are afraid to do, you know what I mean? To really be real and put yourself out there like that. So, you know.
And also, I'm getting people, if you want to tap in, you know, I could tell you the time and the days we do it if you're able. Sometimes we probably can maneuver the time and stuff. Come sit down.
Especially the ladies.
Yeah, we need the women. We need the women.
We want to hear y'all point of view of what y'all have and what to say.
We can go to war in here. You know what I'm saying?
That's the only thing I'm expecting to receive a counter from anyway. You know, I don't really worry about what another nigga thinking about.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say, I ain't gonna say nothing up on here that I ain't gonna say to your face. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
It's not a character.
So yeah, we come on in, sit down and chop it down with us, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. We want the people to come in. We just got to figure it out. You know, we ain't got too much space, but we'll try to work it out. Try to get a couple more chairs in here when we can. But right now, we just kind of doing it one guest at a time. You know what I mean? Until we could do a little bit more. But whoever want to come, just let us know and we'll schedule it. But you got to be for sure. Let us know if you for sure. You know what I mean? But how y'all week been? Everybody been good?
School started.
School started. Hell yeah.
Kids back in school, man.
School has started officially.
Traffic is heavy all over the city. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody broke.
Yeah.
Man, irritable.
Yeah, for real.
In the same week as the earthquake, but
Same first day of school.
Earthquake
First day of
back,
school.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I didn't feel them though. I didn't feel none of the earthquake.
I didn't either.
I felt
No, I didn't feel them.
I was at
both
work.
of them.
I felt the last. I felt the first one. I felt the last one.
It felt like I was taking a
You
nap.
could not feel it. My mirror was going like this, nigga.
I was on the bed. It felt like somebody jumped on the bed. I'm like, who did that? I was mad thinking one of them jumped on the bed.
I might have been moving around at the house, you know, cleaning up some shit, and I probably just wasn't even paying attention.
I was at work. I was going from one apartment to the next, and the only reason I knew it was an earthquake because everybody around me was hectic. Like, oh, you didn't feel the earthquake?
Yeah,
I didn't feel nothing.
It shook us like it felt like it shook our pocket. Like, nigga, give me
4.7.
Hey, bro.
You know, you get your pocket shook. That's what the earthquake was. You spent all that money on them kids. That earthquake was like, what else you got, little nigga?
Hey, you know what the earthquake? Listen, it was so cold. It felt like one of the ones that was in the 80s or the 90s. I remember as a kid, because you think your apartment about to fall down, like you on the second floor or something. You feel like, man, this is not the safe space to be for something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's when I knew that, nigga, it's a real earthquake. This shit ain't supposed to move like this. You know what I'm saying? Either it's the apartment, the house, or, you know what I'm saying, nigga, it's some serious shit.
Yeah,
I started packing lunches and all kind of shit, nigga, for the next 2 days. I thought it was over.
Huh?
Yeah, it was just a 4-point something. Nigga, I was ready to, you know what I'm saying, go in the grab.
4.7.
I was headed to it. No, I know where all the higher places at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you over there working on that.
Yeah, but that shit crazy. Speaking on the school, the kids going back to school and everything, school shopping and shit. I got a lot of kids.
Don't tell me you got that new wave of backpacks, spray on backpack,
Spray
ground or something. Like
nah, they got
$100 a pop.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, I
I
ain't
bought
doing
one. The
that.
only reason I bought it was my son's birthday. He wanted it for his birthday.
I ain't doing that.
Back in our days, they'd have laid your backpack on the ground and sprayed it.
You had to be an artist.
Spray ground, nigga. We wanted JanSport back when we were coming up. JanSport was a Nike and JanSport. I mean, if you could get one of those,
He was happy.
I had to ever.
But I've been seeing those backpacks. I've been seeing them. I just never knew that they were popular like that.
But see, no, the more popular they got, they used to be $50. But then the more, like last year, they were like 70. This year they're 100.
I didn't like the ones that was worth stealing. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause if I see somebody come with a good backpack, I was thinking it. You know what I'm saying?
Back in the day, that was some
You
JanSports.
know what I'm saying? If I couldn't get it, I was like, "Ooh, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that one."
Nah,
Bro was like, I'm on pocket time.
These kids nowadays, though, it's crazy. Well, my kids ain't so bad, but a lot of these kids, they've been having pictures go viral as far as what these kids are wearing to school.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, you see, I see it in the comments. Somebody was like, my little, remember Bugle Boy and shit like that we was wearing back in the days and stuff
Like
like
from Walmart.
it's like our little outfits back then that we wanted, man. You couldn't come up to these kids. They wearing a Miri and all kind of stuff, man.
Yeah, I used to get
Go yard,
Hellstar.
Hellstar.
Elite shoes.
Right.
When the lease.
Yeah.
Elite shoes.
I had a nice like shiny. It was remember those them shiny ones I had, them all black shiny Elises I had.
At
It
least
was nice back in the day. You couldn't tell me they wasn't like Jordans.
Man, no, I worked for my shoes. I worked with my grandfather for a whole summer. My first pair of shoes I bought was some black and purple Spaldings. And I was so happy about them on first day of school. I didn't care what nobody
you
said.
work for some Spaldings?
Yeah, my grandfather was a junker in Seattle. Like he,
A what?
A junker.
Okay.
Like he collected medals and awards and stuff like
It
that.
was Sanford and Son.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's
all
the
day.
work. That's the
Hey,
work.
that's when I got strong. When I used to go with him every summer. Every summer I used to go to Seattle and jump with my grandfather.
So you is a big dummy.
Yep.
Whoa.
Cause he probably got right. I was like, oh man, yeah, with the Sanfords, you big dummy.
Oh yeah. Oh cool. You big dummy.
Yeah.
Elizabeth.
Nah, but
my dumb ass.
yeah, it's crazy, man. But also they going back to the kids. What they getting is the New Balance and the Asics now. That's what they want.
You know what's crazy? I asked Amani's friend, I said, when did New Balance come into play. Like I never knew.
Last year.
Yeah, it's like because New Balance was New Balance was looked at it as the Skechers. Like one of the low quality shoes. Yeah.
Never.
Are you crazy?
Never. Bro.
I've never seen a cool.
In the mid 90s, I mean the late 90s, like 97, 98.
No, that's what
99. The New Balance was the shit.
Okay. No. It was
in Long Beach. I know, because Long Beach, we was like some fly cribs, you know what I'm saying? So when I started seeing my older homies and shit, you know what I mean? They came with the New Balance. It went from it wasn't just a comfortable shoe. He made a comfortable shoe look sporty.
Okay.
With the big N on it or whatever. I was thinking even though it wasn't high, I was thinking insane. For some other way.
You know what? No. At Washington, it was at Washington prep. It was Saucony's and New Balance. The only people who wore New Balance is because of the end was neighborhood.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it was on a fly tip, like you know what I'm saying. I just liked it that you know what I'm saying. How the homies had it, you know what I'm saying. But when I seen it, you know what I'm saying. This was the New Balance. It was. I know it was a comfortable shoe, but it was some fly.
I was looking at a white people shoe. I was like, white people wear it.
At that time.
A West Side thing. I never seen like New Balance. Saucony's, yeah, definitely, but.
Saucony's was popular.
Matter of fact, that's what it was. I'm tripping. My bad.
Saucony's.
I got some good with Saucony's. I used to have a mismatch. I had one white one and one blue one with like a blue pair of jeans and a white shirt.
Saucony's with the Saucony's with the if you had on the Old Navy pullovers.
Yep, I had the exact.
I mean, even the FUBU was kind of right Gap, because FUBU and it was kind of going down. Gap and Old Navy was kind of coming.
I had some Saucony's recently.
They want to come back too.
Yeah, they don't make
But I think that's the New Balances and stuff like that. DC been kind of like on the East Coast and stuff like that up there. They been kind of wearing stuff like that.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So I think it's just coming down later to the West Coast. So these kids is jumping on it.
My kids though, man, I'm not getting a whole bunch of shit. I'm just getting like jeans and shirts. Like my son, like he take my hats, so he wear my hats or whatever.
They wear hats to school?
Yeah.
Yeah, not out here. Oh, I forgot you out there.
You must have a gang of hats.
I got a few of them. Yeah, I got a few of them.
That's crazy. They allow kids them to wear hats.
Right,
out
there, yeah. I know how it will be out here, so you know.
Right. Yeah, out here, LA Unified, I think it's more uniforms. My son in the 8th grade. I think for like junior high, middle school, it's more uniform. Like my son right now is tan pants, blue navy pants, black pants, whatever shirt the school represents, and then no hats. But they let them wear hoodies. Yeah. Like the school hoodies. Like they got my son go. They give him a school hoodie for like $25.
I just got on my son yesterday. I said, stop doing that shit, man. He came, it was like 90-some degrees out there. He got a hoodie on.
That's all. That's not just yours. It's all of them.
That's what they do, man.
Like, if you ever see a school let out, and you driving along the side of the school,
that's crazy.
80% of them kids or young men have hoodies on when it's 92 degrees outside.
You gotta think, though, we grew up in Southern California where it rained a lot in Southern California. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good thing for you want your kids, especially they got to go to school, even to a bus stop, something like that, you want them to have a hoodie. You know what I'm saying? So that's the most great thing a school could do for a kid. You know what I'm saying? Give them something with an extra, like, you know.
Yeah, they wearing that shit.
I want you to come to school. That's like next to like a raincoat. You know what I mean?
They don't take it off though.
It's still in the rain. You still gotta go to PE, right?
Yeah.
We the man you in PE. You know what I'm saying? So at least
it don't rain like that. Like when we was in high school.
Yeah, we go to the gym, but you still got to get to the gym.
Yeah.
So what grade y'all kids in?
Xavier, he's going into actually both my sons are going to the 8th.
8th?
Yeah.
Mine started 10th grade.
10th?
Yep. Alan first year in high school. Lee is last year in junior high.
Okay. Oh, you got you all back to back like that? Okay.
Alan in the 9th?
I'm great, yeah.
Yours is done. Huh? Except for
I got a new baby, man.
I know.
He won yet. He won, right? Two about to be 2, right? Or he is 2?
Yes, sir. 2.
It's been 2 years since y'all had to
do. About to be 3. My birthday, the day after.
Man, I kind of want a baby just for the younger years.
Wait, what?
Like, what I mean, you know, from newborn to they hit 5. Those would be the best years. I don't care what nobody says.
Say it again.
From birth to 5.
He want a new baby. Basically, he just want a new baby.
Yeah,
you're right though, because a lot of times
that's what they love on you the most, I guess.
You're right, bro, because a lot of times that's for me. Them the years I miss. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, a lot of times, a lot of fathers miss them years. You know what I'm saying?
You know
they
what's
always try to
crazy?
play catch up from them years. You know what I mean?
You know what's crazy? Me and my wife was going through old photos. That's why I was sending y'all them old photos. But we had a whole plethora of photos. And the pictures that I seen with my kids, it was so, like, it's emotional a little bit.
It
Because
is.
you see how much they was loving on me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just all up on me in the bed and everything. All the pictures, like, it was genuine. Till now, we got to, you know what I'm saying?
Love on your kids.
You know what I'm saying? But
You been home for a couple hours.
yeah, like I said, that age part from a baby to 5 or 6 or 7, shit like that. Yes.
Now you understand what I'm saying? Because that's the embrace.
What they call you. They coming right man. He's right now. No,
Yeah.
I would say this. I would say
speak
this.
without me. Got to take me some kind of way.
Yeah, say that.
You know what I mean? Like that's the same kind of empathy you got with your wife.
Yeah.
I don't care what time it is from before y'all get ready to go to sleep to after go to sleep. You gonna find some kind of way to get over there. You got attitude. Yeah, hold on, baby. You know what I mean? I got my
It's
hand
like
over
the
there.
kids cherish you at that age. And I think, as parents, it's like you used to see old shows where the mother had a hard time letting go of the kid. And I'm like, man, if you don't let that kid go, but then when you experience it as a mother or a dad, or just for me, like my daughter, she calls me every blue moon, Daddy, can you? My oldest, I talk to him when he want to talk. My youngest, since he stay with me, it's like, Dad, I'm home, or I have him check in, especially when I'm at work. He'll check in. But that love, that embrace from those ages, even I would say all the way until maybe 9. You know what I mean? Until they start getting their own
identity.
Exactly. And then it's like, I got friends.
So how was the first week for the kids?
I would say for for Carter, I was kind of mad because he was telling me, I was like, asking him, I said, have you guys started learning anything yet? Like the academics at the school. And I'm like, he was like, nah, the teacher just want to get to know us. Like, as, you know what I mean, what we did for the summer, what we want to know. It's like trying to get them to open up at school. I'm like,
I mean, well, that's kind of normal.
That's kind of the first day-ish. The first
week, they start to know the kid, get to know the kids, the names, and then they start giving you the syllabus and just explaining how their class is gonna go. So you can get that out. Yeah, the introduction out the first week.
But the only thing I dislike about this school, they get, how every day we came home with homework, they don't get none. So what I have my
Is that from last semester or now too?
I mean, from last year, yeah. Even this upcoming school year, they was like the kids won't have homework like that. They give them enough time to do it in school. So what I tell my son is when you get home, I give him the iPad and you go over what you learned.
Exactly. But I agree with that though. I agree that they shouldn't have to come home. They shouldn't have to come home and stress themselves out and have extra work from school. I agree with that. Like, get what you got to get done at school. Come home, get you some time to debrief and spend time with the family instead of, unless it's a project or something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just spend time with your family, do like your little after school activities, sports or whatever, and don't have to worry about homework. Get that done.
That's the topic on the cake. I mean, when you're really passionate about what you're doing, as far as that goes, a lot of people don't be in their circumstances and they life or whatever. Like they can't really, they inner self want to be there, but then there's too much shit going on. You can't be there.
Yeah.
But when you actually could be there, you know what I'm saying? And I take that. That's like, man, day to day. You don't know what's going. You have to. You know what I'm saying? Life is all about. Like right now, I'm in transition from one job to another job. But that means I get more time with the baby. You know what I'm saying? Even more time than my wife. You know what I'm saying? But some people could look at it as a negative thing, like, damn, I could be learning to do something else. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I do so well, you know what I'm saying? Where I think that this time that I got right now is so precious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta remember, you know what I'm saying?
It's that quality time we talked about last week.
Sometimes I have to sell this time.
Yeah.
But I'd rather not have to sell this time by want to go work on a job when I could just enjoying it. Just
it's gonna
you know what I mean?
like
This is the season for this. And how you act on a day to day, it make it like that more.
That bond. Straight up.
I needed that. I needed it more than he needed it. Yeah, I'm working on me.
I agree with that too, though. Whenever you have extra time, just study over everything that you went on. But don't make it like it's just taking up all your time.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah.
My kids,
yeah.
I got one going to be a senior this year. Got one going ninth grade,
I'm
one
surprised.
going sixth grade, and one going to first grade. So it's essentially like the first year.
Wait,
First
so
and last year. One is last year and first.
Aiden?
Aiden going to first grade. Arian going to
Arian.
sixth.
Oh, that 5-year gap.
Hold on, bro.
Going to
Oh, excuse me. Go ahead.
ninth, and then Amari going to 12th grade. So he about to be a senior. So, and all of them in separate schools now.
And Amir being
none of them together.
Amir being a big boss.
Yeah,
No, I just didn't want to stop the subject or whatever like that, or let the subject stop itself before I mention I got more than just that. I got 3 of them. You know what I mean? It ain't just the newborn. I got a middle son too. That's, you know what I'm saying, already transitioning, you know what I'm saying, out of high school. I mean, last year, you know what I'm saying, headed to adult school, you know what I'm saying, he thriving doing his thing.
That's right.
Motivated, you know what I'm saying. I got one in college, you know what I'm saying, playing football at Grayson University. Big shots out there tomorrow.
Shout out, man.
He just graduated, but he going to what,
Yeah,
grad
he
school?
graduated, you know what I'm saying, with degrees, you know what I mean, doing his thing. And my
Hey, we were just
son
talking
doing his
about that.
thing. I got a baby. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's up, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to all 3.
Yep.
Nah, man, that's good, man. That's dope, man. I hope to. I think like we was talking about how we feel about how they doing academically, and I think my kids my kids are the type of kids, man. They smart, but you got to stay on them.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You got to stay on them. You got to give them that attention because they just they'll get lazy, or sometimes you know them kids that's. They know they can do it. They kind of smart, they're intelligent, but they need a challenge or they need you to stay on them.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of kids I feel like I got.
Oh, that push.
And
Nah, you cold, bro. Nah, I gotta say this right now. You so cold is like, 'cause I remember I was like older than you. You know what I'm saying? Like I always been older than you, but I'm saying like it's certain things that I was motivated in guiding you through and showing you or trying to teach you, pass down to you. But then as time and grew in time, you know what I'm saying, as far as things like that about the kids and all that, how your whole structure is, you know what I'm saying, you end up teaching me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that you know what I'm saying, like evolving, you know what I'm saying, and getting better at things, you know what I'm saying? You could flip the tables. That's how you beat the game. You know what I mean? What you
I
put
agree
in,
with that
what
one.
you end up surviving off of, what you in store, you know what I'm saying? You restored that, and you didn't come from that. So you had to invent it for yourself, you know what I'm saying? So that's the flaws, you know what I mean?
I think learning and information there's no specific age or age limit. You can learn from whoever. You know what I'm saying? So like you said, switch roles. You taught him certain things, and then because, you know, he got a family, you looking at him and like, salute, bro. I can, you know,
Yeah.
I see how you
That's
doing it.
commendable.
Hell yeah.
I see how you doing it.
Yeah, he's showing me, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like I was trying to, so it's like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
You ain't just my little brother. Sometimes in this phase, you my big brother. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm your big brother in this version, but then you my big brother in this version. So it's like never think too
Learning
big of
from each
yourself.
other.
That's what I learned
Mhm.
through, you know what I'm saying, all sorts of, you know what I'm saying, what God done blessed me with. You know, as far as family goes and, you know what I'm saying, loved ones and friends and associates. You know what I mean? That's
And
why
I
this is
think-
important.
I think that's all kids. Well, I ain't gonna say all kids, but most kids, because you know it's easy for them to do this, pick up and just watch and sit there for hours and do that. At first, it was the game. It might still be the video games, but now this is kind of like taking over.
Yeah.
Influence.
So if you can't,
Robot.
if you ain't got control over your kids in some form to still have the influence of setting, you know, standards and morals, then yeah, they're gonna fall deep into it and not even focus on what they're supposed to be focused on.
I think. Look, you could go as far as to say that the newest phone is the biggest image of God to these kids. You know what I'm saying? They get whatever they can do, they can get there. Whatever they need to get to, you know what I'm saying? Once they figure out that, that's like having your own computer. That's like their first new car.
Mhm.
They can go anywhere they want to go to. You know what I'm saying? In this era now, Generation Z, the phone, the greatest phone they get. You know what I'm saying? You lose them. That basically saying go ahead and go outside and go play. Give them a phone. It's basically when they say go outside and play. Don't
That's
come back
the
in
new
here.
go
until-
outside, yeah.
Yeah, give them a phone. They
Bro.
can be outside in the room.
We kind of, I say me, I fell to that because when my kids were younger, I would do that. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep them busy, give them a tablet. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody been guilty of that.
Yeah, if I'm chopping it up with y'all or doing some other
Keep their
adult stuff,
attention.
Right.
yeah, download a game on the phone or whatever. So I think that's kind of, you know, we kind of played a part in that too.
Oh, we made a major part of that.
Yeah.
Why? Because when they get to crying with this, were we doing something where we don't want to be bothered? There's many days I downloaded a game and I was with my girl's daughter. Here, play it. Why?
Right.
Know what I mean? And it was just to keep them occupied
Yeah.
instead of just stop doing what we was doing just to give them attention.
Sometimes you just be wanting a little peace of mind break. You just gone from work, you kind of wind down.
Exactly.
You like, all right, here. You know what I mean? Because, now, back in the day, you could sit your kids in front of the TV and put on a cartoon. Now, it's like, if you don't give them a phone, you got to give them YouTube.
You know what's funny about that, though? Is when they used to sit us in front of the TVs, that's why the older generation, we love going to the movie theaters.
Well, we watched wrestling, real cartoons, wrestling. We had
Cartoons.
TV shows, Power Rangers, and old cartoons.
TGIF. That
Y'all
was
remember the movie Cable Guy?
Cable Guy.
With Jim Carrey.
That's the whole remedy. And once I see that, like, you know what I'm saying, I knew it was normal. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had experienced that for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Because that means, like, the people that you knew on TV as, like, the first father on Good Times and all these, you know what I'm saying, the other images in hip hop, you know what I'm saying, or you know what I'm saying, urban comedy, you know what I'm saying, like our father, Bill Cosby was our fathers, our imaginary fathers and shit.
The biggest influence.
Media, you know what I mean?
Right.
And the same thing, media just expands, it's evolving, you know what I'm saying? Like
My youngest,
it's
my youngest is different though. Like, we'll say, like, I make it a point, I make it a point to take their phones at times, right? So I'll take her phone. She has no issue with it. My oldest and Junior, they'll ask questions like, why, what do we do? I'm like, it ain't about what you do. Just, give me a phone. But her, she'll come. And she's kind of been that way. I remember I went and got my hair cut. It's like 9 o'clock at night. Got my hair cut, and she was with me. And I sat her down in the seat next to me. She sat there for about an hour and a half. Sure. Didn't say nothing. Didn't cry. Didn't do nothing. Just sat there watching. So she kind of been that way. Some kids are like that. And if we take her phone, she'll get her book, start drawing, or free form drawing and reading and shit like that. So
that's also because these older ones then found so much in these songs. So, and a lot of they
she
entertainment.
Deep into it though. She deep into the phone. She just know how to.
Right. But she's out. She's still at the space. And then it's like you said, some kids are a little different.
Yeah.
But some kids don't know how to disengage from that. I mean, they so caught up in that, all their friends and everything is on there. So it's like they whole entertainment is in the phone. It's like, what am I do now? Exactly. It's almost, they become like, I do that when I put them on punishment. I notice they start talking to each other, playing and being brothers. It's like, y'all family now? Like, y'all want to be family now?
What about bullying? Have you ever thought about bullying? Deal with bullying on social media?
We heard about it, seen it on.
Have I ever dealt with bullying?
I'm talking about your kids.
Not that I know of.
Not yet. I don't think nobody.
Black kids ain't even gonna admit to it. They gonna still try to act hard, like, what I'm saying? I got ops. They just that guy got a whole bunch of haters out here.
That is true.
But the ops, they ain't really gonna call it that.
I will say that that's still kind of hard for me to understand. Online bullying.
Yeah, because you can just get off.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna say it's not real because people deal with it differently, but that's just hard for me to understand. Like, you literally, that's just like saying the comments that we got. Like, we really letting it get to us like that.
But I think that's what it is. It's how you perceive it. Like, I mean, it's what you let it do to you. It's like you give it power, but it's hard now because when they invented that like button, I was like, that's a powerful thing. It's everything is surrounded by social media, and people let that dictate their life. It's like, I want what you have, or I see what you have, and I feel like I don't have, and you measure yourself up to this facade of a world that is not reality. You know what I mean? And a lot of these people that look like they got it that's doing good, they got all the followers and stuff like that. They have no real friends in real life, no money, they broke, and you be thinking they doing good because they posted one great night out. Or what looked like a great night out because they put their phone.
They only show you the good stuff. That's like when you go on dates with women. They show you the food, not who they sharing the food with. Like with these content creators, and that's one of the things I had to explain to my son is like he seen bullying on, like when he was in the 6th grade, he seen bullying on YouTube, and it was just it was skits, and so but he took the skits as real life. So whatever he seen on YouTube, he'll go to school and reenact it with him and his one friend.
He was react to bullying? Yeah,
he reacted to bullying like him and his friend. And he was like, "Oh, I seen it like this. Oh, let's go around taking everybody's hats and tell them they can't get it. Oh, I'm going."
He was bullying. He was reenacting.
In my opinion, though, you got to go all the way back to like when we started from. You got to think of it like this: In reality, you know what I'm saying? It's all based on, you know what I'm saying, people taking advantage of each other because in our actuality, you know what I'm saying, we are natural followers. You know what I'm saying? Once your mama and all that, it's like you gotta learn everything from your first parents, you know what I'm saying, or your siblings that's above you. Like I'm older than him and Myra's older than me. You know what I'm saying? It's like we natural followers because that's the only way you gotta impress the people that's close to you that you learn it from to show that you know how to do it too. You know how to ride, like I can ride a bike like you now. I can do the wheelies like you now. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get your accolades and everything like that. So we easily pray to, you know what I'm saying, we out here looking for a guide, you know what I'm saying? And that whatever guide that is, whether it's in a hip hop field or if it's in out here in the urban, you know what I'm saying, environment, you know what I'm saying, you're a pastor or a big homie or somebody off into, you know what I'm saying, the criminal, you know what I'm saying, the other world that we living in, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter what it is, you know what I'm saying, be inspired by whatever we're going to be inspired by, you know what I'm saying? That's why content is big and the world's the way it is, and you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how you got to be the image in our kids' lives, you know what I'm saying? Where they ain't got to, you know what I'm saying, second guess themselves. You got to be the perfect guy. If you're not really between them ladies that you saying, the five, you know what I'm saying? What else are they going to have to really feel concrete and they going to stand on? If without a foundation, you got nothing.
Nah, you definitely got to put that in your kids, man, and instill that. They going to see you. You they first. Your parents are the biggest, one of the first biggest
The most
influences.
important.
Yeah, and that's a lot of them. They gonna act just like you, talk just like you. So the things we saying, the ways we dressing and stuff like that.
That's why when
they
you
gonna
start
do a
saying
lot of
something
that.
about Leah being quiet, kind of remind me when I first met you. You just quiet. That you just to yourself.
And I think just with that, even like some of your kids are going. Like we all have different sides of us, but some of your kids are gonna have different sides.
Yeah.
You're gonna see it in all of them.
I see it. I see it
You can
already.
look at all your kids and see something about you.
And I do. And inspiration, that's the one thing. You can be inspired by different people in different fields, but you still got to make sure you can take that inspiration and stand out and be your own. You don't want to follow to the T. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem with some of these kids now. They're looking at everything and saying, I want to be like this. You can be inspired, but what can you do to stand out?
Okay,
How can you be yourself?
But to counter that, you got to think of it like this. We all, and like in my generation, we all aspire to be the greatest person on all ground. And that for me, that was like Micheal Jordan. That's why even years later, you got a young Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? You got to have some kind of something to reach toward. You got to have an example that's out there. You know what I'm saying? That's worth following. You know what I'm saying? If it's just you just following anybody, don't ever say I ain't mean that kind of follower.
Right.
You don't follow the wave. I'm talking about reach whoever's at the top. You know what I'm saying? Or wherever wave it is. That's what you following.
And that's my fight now. Like,
top image. That's
That's
not just an everyday nigga.
Gotcha.
Everyday person. You know what I mean?
Right.
No, I think that's the problem I was having with my son. It wasn't like he was following the right people. And that's the one. I think that's one of the things where you said following is a good thing to a certain extent.
Not the bottom. You ain't gonna follow the bottom. You know what I mean? We talking about only
Exactly. But everybody he was following was
mean?
everything opposite of him. Like my son is just copacetic, fine, cool, whatever else. But he started hanging around people who parents was in the hood or doing hoodish things. And I mean, want to be gangbangers and stuff like that. And it's like, bro, like your mama don't gang bang, your daddy still don't.
Gangbangers. You got some people that did it the best.
No, you did it the best. But my thing is this: it's not of you. You don't see it because that's too.
There's some racist ones out here, man.
And I think that's one of the hardest transitions is having your kid go from following to trying to learn how to be a leader.
But that's kind of how it is though with any field, whether it's gangbanging or something else. We as parents, we're fighting against the world. Like
Every day.
your kid is going to see you as your parent. Like, oh, you're supposed to say this. You're supposed to tell me this. When they go to school, that's who they relate to. So everything that who they relate to is cool. So if they best friend at school start gangbanging, guess what? He might start gangbanging.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how it happens.
So we got the most bottom.
So y'all ever was a bully in school? Y'all ever been a bully?
I had to be the bully. I'm the oldest of 8 kids.
So you was a bully in school?
I had to be the bully. I had to be the protector. I had to be the bully so you wouldn't fuck with my sister or my little brother. And the bad part about it, they were instigators automatically. So I was always fighting.
So I was getting you in the shit.
Exactly. Always. Especially my little brother Marvin. Marvin, he was one of those kids who where he He didn't give a fuck about school. He'll tell you. He said, "I will funk every class, and I don't care." Like he didn't like school. Like school wasn't for him. But his thing was antagonizing people because he knew he had an older brother who could fight. So next thing you know, I'm running down the street. He trying to. Nigga, my mama taught me how to. Marvin running down the street. He trying to beat me up. Bro, leave my little brother alone. Well, he did this.
I thought you only had one brother.
My mom has 4 boys, 4 girls.
I only met one.
Yeah, you only so you only met one. That's Kier. He's the youngest.
Oh, okay. So
one is in Virginia. One is Virginia. He is Joe. Then one in Seattle is Marvin.
Okay.
So honey, let me get this clear. So y'all think bullies is a bad thing, or bully? Is that?
Hold on. That's because we're gonna go. I want to ask all y'all that question, then we'll get into that. So you say you have been one. What about
yes.
you?
No, I don't.
Why you smiling, man?
Hey, from them pictures that you showed us, nigga, you was.
I don't know. I don't recall being the bully.
What about tease anybody? You ever tease anybody?
Look. Bro, right next to me, he gonna get me fired up.
Yo, that's what it is.
I was told.
So, Court did you bully his wife?
I was told I did some foul shit back in the day, man. But
Yeah, man.
you know, that was me being a follower, man. You know, not not being my own self.
So what you do?
I don't know. I don't remember, man. I don't remember.
So apparently, man,
His wife said,
Brandon, my wife, Brandon, and Alan went to school, middle school, right?
Elementary and
middle school, and he used to tease Brandon and shit, tease her about her clothes and shit. You know what I mean? talk about her and shit. You know what I mean? So I didn't find out till his wedding day. You know what I mean? When I was going to the wedding, I showed Brandon that.
He was like, I know him.
She was like, I know. She was like, hell no. I know him. He used to talk about me. I'm like, what? Him? Like nah. You don't know. Like, I mean. But yeah, it was him. They used to mess with
it wasn't just me. It was I guess it was a few of us, and I'm like young and impressionable, and I'm like, oh, this is funny, this is cool, so I'm following this shit. So you know, even right now at this old age, like that's some shit I have no tolerance for. I even tell my kids, we don't talk about nobody, we don't disrespect nobody. Treat everybody with respect, unless they come at you foul. So just hearing that and actually seeing that it kind of affected her a certain way, it really fucked with me though. Like on some real shit, it really fucked with me. So
but I think y'all wasn't the only ones. It was just
yeah.
You know, you ain't got when you kind of growing up a certain way, you ain't got shit like that, and people, you know what I mean. But it's crazy. But go ahead. What about you, bro?
I wasn't in no place to be talking.
But that be projecting. I mean, I've done shit that I regret too. Like, damn, I did that. I mean, like I remember throwing trash on a chick that liked me and stuff. Like I'm like, I was terrible. I did terrible stuff. But yeah,
you big bro.
But then I also most of my fights was fighting bullies that fuck with people because I didn't like that. Like I knew my heart wasn't that. That's why to know some of the shit I did is regretful. Like damn, wow, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But that's like even today I would never do that, and I teach my kids you never do that. You respect everybody because I know where I came from. Like I didn't have shit, so why would I be doing that and treating everybody wrong? What about you? You was a bully, bro?
I would say that basically the same thing that you would say. Like me, for me, you know what I'm saying. I didn't come out the gate as a bully, you know what I'm saying? Because I used to I didn't like bully. I look at a bully where I would put a bully in the class where that's my title fight. Because I didn't like the way you did my boy, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
I like the way you put that. Like my title fight.
I don't know if I'm ready today, but I'm going to get you, Joe. Oh, I can't wait to get him, you know what I'm saying? Look, he ain't all that, you know what I'm saying? So I look at bullies like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's where I'm trying to get to. I want you, though, you know what I'm saying? I would never be trying to pick on somebody that's littler than me, or you know what I'm saying? I wanted to inspire them and bring them along, but the ones that did I heard about somebody come tell me, "Oh, you did this to my other little guy," you know what I'm saying? I ain't like that. I want that, you know what I'm saying?
I think I was more of a clown instead of bully. I used to just tease everybody.
Just talk about people too, huh?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, nah, man. I think that bully stuff, man. I teach my kids that too. I make sure y'all never do that. Never be a bully. Never talk about nobody, and also stand up for people. Stand up for yourself for one.
Yeah.
Teach them to stand up. Don't never let nobody bully you because I teach them. I don't give a fuck. Like how big they is, how smart them ain't, whatever. You don't let nobody bully you and don't put your hands on you
Keep your
because
pride.
and it's okay to be scared.
Yes.
It's
Do
okay
you
to be
think
scared.
do you think that's in all grades from elementary, junior high to high school? I mean I think it's like elementary and junior high. That's where you're gonna get
Most
the
of
bullying.
bullying?
I would
Yeah,
say.
most
I
of
would
the bullying.
say. In my
High school?
experience, oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, go ahead.
In my experience, what I would, in my experience with my kids, first through fifth grade, I know that's elementary. I think it's just playful. They just emulating what they see. From sixth to eighth middle school, I think that's when bullying starts. But when it gets to from high school to I mean from ninth to 12th, it's bullying because you're really afraid of a person. You're really afraid of what that person can do. Because I know at my little son's school at from sixth to eighth school, I mean from sixth to eighth grade, they had kids that hopped the fence who got suspended. And you got kids scared of them. Well, I'm from this hood, I'm from this hood, we about to go beat that teacher, we about to go beat up a teacher. They beat up like two teachers at the school already. Yeah. So it's like, you know what I mean? So they're coming off. So, like you said, my son don't like it. So, like, he got in a fight because somebody was bullying him. And, he did what he had to do to keep himself afloat. But I like the way he did it because he said, I don't want to fight. And the cool part about it, he said it 5 times. Right. So everybody heard it. And then that 6th time the person said something, did something, that's when the fight happened.
I can't help it if one of my kids come in there, even no matter whichever one it is, if they come in and say somebody messed with them at school, I want to go down there and defend them. I'm looking for the little 0 running around there bullying people. You know what I'm saying?
Good job.
I ain't worried about their daddy or none of that. You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of how I felt.
Yeah, you got that passion about that. Don't be fucking with my kid. You know
that's kind of how I felt when they were like, "Oh, he from this hood, and we can't say this, we can't say this." And the person who beat up the teacher was one of the kids who was bullying my son. And I'm telling you, the way I felt like I was a kid again. Went to go find this kid and beat his ass.
Yeah, you
like, hey, it's not that.
Parents, y'all better hope y'all and y'all kids live, because you can fuck with one of my kids. I don't care if I'm 50 years old. I'm coming for you. For your kid too. You know what I'm saying? If my son ain't gonna be no, you know what I'm saying? I ain't teaching him to hurt nobody. I'm gonna teach him to defend himself. Exactly. So if you care about your kid, tell him don't be no bully.
Y'all see that thing happened in LA like a few months back with the 14-year-old kid that got killed. And I think the kid that killed him was maybe 16 or something like that. Mm-hmm. So, but an older kid. This was in LA, I believe from Washington, on Washington, on Western, yeah, over there at the bus stop on Western, like 108th Western or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right down the street.
Yeah. But yeah, so they was bullying this kid at school, and it was a crowd around. They all surrounded him. He got bullied and pulled out a gun and shot one of the kids. One of the kids died. And it was a lot of, back and forth on social media, but it was like a lot of people. It was, the family that, of course, your kid get killed. And that's why you got to talk to your kids, because they just in the crowd and they bully this kid and then they get killed. And now you want sympathy, but it's like, now this other kid, it's like, okay, well.
You seen your kid whole social media page, you seen him out there with the guns and acting like, you know what I'm saying, you didn't stop it. Then something happened to him, you know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying that the one that was getting bullied is the one that defended himself. Yeah. I don't know where he got the gun from, but he ended up shooting. Now he's fighting for his life. Yeah. He was the one getting bullied. So
I've heard and kind of know stories about that happened like that, and it's crazy because you can't tell somebody how to react. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much protecting themselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But as a parent, you're going to look at them like, damn, how you let your kid do this? But essentially, my kid is the one that was fucking with
how you let your kid do
that? You know what I'm saying? So
these kids, these new generation of gangbangers, they not gangbanging against other gangbangers. They get they clout from getting some people that's they actually bullying. You know what I'm saying? They only gonna go for the ones that easy battles and try to make somebody else look bad for clout and all that. They clout chasing. They ain't like the ones like we look like, oh, who the hardest, whatever, OG, 22222, whatever from your hood. That's what they used to want to win. You know what I'm saying? Now it's different. So we gotta tell our kids, you know what I'm saying, don't be the victim.
That's
We
a
gotta
great
prepare
point.
our kids. Like, it ain't more so watch your kid, you know what I'm saying, because he about to go out there and fuck his life off. Now these kids is not even on that. They just like, you know what I'm saying, you gotta prepare.
Whoever.
Yeah.
That's
Everybody
an
a
excellent
victim.
point. It's like you can't even like. It's like you're not safe because they looking for anybody just to get some type of stripes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy.
It's easy, but he's really coward.
Yeah.
Now you definitely gotta talk to your kids, man, but on both sides, because even that boy that defended himself, now he fighting for his life because he did that. You know what I mean? And so you lose both ways. I mean, so
But I tell my kid, I said, just master the art of staying out the way. Like I build myself on that, mastering the art of staying out the way. I don't need to be in the in crowd. If something happened, I'm gonna hear about it. I don't need to go to the fight. I don't need to record shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be talking about what everybody else is talking about. Just stay out the way. If it ain't your business, stay out the way.
Yeah, I agree.
Right,
That's
game
what,
right there.
no, that's what I told my son. I'm like, bro, when they go run the fights, bro, don't be the first one there. Just stay where you at. You don't need to be there. Because guess what happens? Then you gonna get included in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're gonna be seen, like I said, you see people get mistaken all the time. Oh, you was over there though.
Yeah.
I don't need none of that.
Simplify by just saying, don't invest any of your energy into anything if you ain't gonna be 100 in it. You know what I'm saying? You in that fight, be all the way in that fight. You know what I'm saying? When you just acting like you in the fight, you know what I'm saying, trying to do this, man, you're gonna end up getting hurt because somebody else in there, they madder than what you is. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not as mad about that fight, stay away from that fight. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't unless you going 100, you ain't 100, separate yourself. You know what I mean? That's the best game you could give them. Anybody.
So, just changing the subject a little bit. Simone Biles, the gymnast, her mom coming out. So I guess she did a little interview or whatever, talking about how she want to reconnect with her daughter because she apparently put her in the system due to her addictive. I guess it was alcohol or drugs or whatever. She was addicted and put her up for the system. Now she wants to reconnect with her and get in her daughter's life. Would y'all do? What do y'all think? Would you, if you were Simone Biles, would you allow your mom to come back in your life after all this time? You would?
It's go ahead.
No, I'm saying I would. I don't see nothing wrong with her wanting to reconnect. I think it's a big title or subject because of who Simone Biles is.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because she's here, regarded as one of the top athletes or whatever. But I mean, her mama went through something. You know what I'm saying? So, and if she feel that she in that space now to where she can, have a good relationship with her daughter, why not?
But see, the thing is the mother's dad have Simone Biles, in which she calls him dad.
I thought it was her grandma. I had her.
No, it's Simone's grandfather, but Simone's mother's dad.
Okay.
And the grandmother, I think somebody else he married or whatever else. But my thing would be this. Yes, I would say yes. But my thing was is reconnecting with the whole family. Honestly, with the dad. Yeah, exactly. Because she has two daughters. It's Simone and her sister. It's like it's three people that you have to reconnect with, not just Simone, but they're trying to make it a bigger thing since Simone is the bigger person out of the whole three. You gotta go thank your dad. Honestly, I would start with dad because dad the one who took. Then I would start with both of the girls. I mean, would be second to let them know, you know what I mean, what you were going through. And I think that's the thing is nobody really explaining to them what the mom was going through or what she was addicted to. So, bro, just
go ahead, bro. What you think about this?
Hey, I would say, man, just to like clarify everything from point A is this. It depends on where Simone Biles is as far as her accolades are, you know what I'm saying, that's one thing. But where is she at spiritually, you know what I'm saying? If she got God in her life, then she gonna forgive just based on that, you know what I'm saying? God is like the overall forgiver, you know what I'm saying? Like regardless, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna have regardless of where you did physically, I was able to forgive you just based on God is gonna forgive me for something I did to somebody else. So,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It depends on where she at in her life, you know what I'm saying? On the overall level, but you know what I mean? I wouldn't hold no grudge because I never was the kind of person that would hold grudges.
From what I know, her and her husband are in therapy. Just this for her and herself, what she went through when she was younger. Also with marriage therapy. which you know we were talking about last episode. And I think just all in general, I think that she is a Christian who thinks she will. Honestly, I think she will talk to her mom and forgive her mom and start a relationship with her mom.
Yeah. I think it's also. Oh, okay. You got one.
Quick.
You got two more.
Good.
You got two more right there.
We got two.
Three more. Yes. He looking at his homeboy like, hey. You know, no, but I definitely think everything is. I mean, it's circumstantial. We don't know what also she went through. I don't know what age did she give her up, but and how many times was she expecting her to come get her? Like, you know what I mean? We don't know in full context of what she went through dealing with that. You know what I mean? She could have got hurt so many times waiting on her mom and got broken promises. So you kind of really don't know. And then I don't think she spoke on it yet, so we don't know what she's gonna do. But it's easy to be like, yeah, I would do that, or she should do that, but we don't really know in full context of everything. And then I'll say this too: what if it was your dad? Because sometimes we kind of quick to forgive our mom because it's our mom, or we have a little bit more grace for the woman for the mom. But it's like if our dads came back in the picture, like, are you just jumping and just?
I was willing. My dad, my pops came back into the picture.
But imagine, let's put yourself in her situation now. Where you at now?
Well,
and now somebody.
if you know that, like I told you before, my I didn't know, didn't have no type of relationship with him. But he came back. I think I was like 20-some years old. But then he went back, and then he came back. I was 30-something, and he was living with my sister. So I was willing to build a relationship, but at that time, I'm like, I got my own life. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a want no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can only do what I can do as far as working, spending time with my family, my kids, my girl at the time, my wife or whatever. So and then you pretty much come last now.
Right.
But it's not like, oh, I'm still shunning you out. It's just like when we connect, we don't connect. But I didn't hold nothing to him, but I still peeped certain things. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't hold it to him. I'm just like, okay, he even said it. He's like, look, I'm sorry for certain things. I'm sorry how this played out. I'm like, look, we're just going to start from there. We're going to start from now. And then after that, he went back and he passed away. So
do you feel like he gave a real effort into like trying to make that relationship right?
At that point, it was on me. I'll say that.
So okay.
Because he was, he said that, but he was living with my sister at the time. Mm-hmm. So I'm the one that had the transportation. I'll go over there and, chop it up with him or whatever. But, it's just like, now I'm like, shit, what can we do?
You have any regrets?
Somewhat.
You're always gonna have regrets.
Somewhat.
Why?
It's not like it's a regret to where it's really fucking with me. Mm-hmm. But I think I could have made a better effort at that time. Mm-hmm. But it's not like it's bothering me like that.
I think with mine, everything in me want to say no, but my kids is bigger than me, and I would do it just because my kids want to know who their grandfather is. Right. But I would rather have him deal with them than me deal with my father. Because it's like the other day I had it was funny. Out of the blue, my younger sister, she called me. I have two twin sisters on my dad's side. We all have the same birthdays, and we were just telling each other, hey, just chopping it up. But then we got to a point to where we started talking about dad and how he raised us, or like it was. And I came to a conclusion. It's like, shit, y'all was worse off than me. Y'all stayed with him. Like, he wasn't a dad to y'all, just like he wasn't a dad to me. So it was like, I mean, did I lose? Did I win? Did I win because I wasn't in there and he still didn't pay attention to my sisters? Or did I win because I didn't have to stay there with him and still wanted my dad?
Right. You didn't have to endure what they had.
Exactly what they had to. And it's like, you know what I mean? It's like whatever they endured, whatever they endured, they had to do it in my dad's house without my dad being there. My dad was just in the streets. And it's like, I'm sitting here mad because I wanted my dad to be here for me and with me to have a relationship with him. And he wasn't even having a relationship with my sisters who was there. So it was like, at the end of the day, I can't get mad at it no more. It was like, I feel like I did better without him than with him. But
Can I interject real quick?
go ahead.
I believe honestly, you know what I'm saying, and the relationship as far as being a kid coming in any kind of trauma situation like that, your feelings as a kid is only based on your mom. You know what I'm saying? Whoever is there, the dominant person, it could go either way for a relationship. So if you had used to daddy baby and mama's out there in the streets or whatever like that, you're gonna take on the characteristics or the character emotional, you know what I'm saying, feelings, whatever your guardian is, who's doing the most for you, feeding you, you know what I'm saying, coaching you through things, or, you know what I'm saying, providing for you. You know what I'm saying? If your mom decided, even though your dad could be gone, but life in prison, your mom told you your dad is the greatest, man, he ain't never hurt nobody, you know what I'm saying? You're going to believe whatever, you know what I'm saying? Even the fact that you might grow up later on, feel like, man, he could have been the greatest, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you didn't learn, your dad, your friends just saying, my dad got me my first car, but they were saying, then that's when you're going to start, damn, I didn't get to experience that, but you still ain't going to feel bad about that because you're going to take on whatever you was taught by whoever is there, you know what I'm saying? However
Honestly,
you feel,
That can only last so
how you
long.
gonna-
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
And it start eventually when you become.
When I was,
you're going to be able to forgive because if my mama couldn't hate you, I can't hate you.
but you know what?
Yeah.
And just like what Alice said last episode. My mom didn't talk about my
that
dad.
hate.
No. My mom didn't talk about my dad.
Even if you're going to learn at the sense of baby, you got to be taught to have resentment. You got to be taught what it feels like in order for you to express what it is.
That's not
you
necessarily
gotta
because you be
experience it.
measuring yourself up to other people too. Like, damn,
That's what I mean.
why I don't got that? But you ain't taught that. It's just like, why I don't got
It's an
this?
experience.
What I'm saying is, all right,
but it's
if I go
experience
personal
for the
way,
person.
in my personal experience like this, okay, I didn't have, my dad wasn't in the house dad. You know what I'm saying? I knew only knowledge that I have of my father was through the voice of my mom telling me the accolades of what she felt about him. You know what I'm saying? If she would, it could have been reversed. You know what I'm saying? Just the fact my dad wasn't there to do a whole lot of things. You know what I'm saying? In comparison to my friends' experience. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying?
That's when we start
They
feeling
knew
the
that
way when
father,
other
you know what I'm
people.
saying? But I got more pride and passion about my last name than my friends do when they got an in-the-house dad. You know what I'm saying? I got more pride because it's the stories, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I'm looking to my mom, she's telling me the stories about my dad, I'm growing admiration, you know what I'm saying? Even though I didn't have to see it myself, you know what I'm saying? The version, when he did come around, he wasn't the same image that I was taught as a kid, but the only thing I could see is them images, you know what I'm saying?
I was like a false superhero.
It was a false superhero.
That's what I would like to
So
say.
it's all based on what your mom taught me. You know, so mom could have told me that.
But the thing is, my
It
mom
doesn't
didn't
change
teach.
my opinion because I believe my mama. You
No,
know what I'm
but
saying? She
I
told me
wanna
I love
rebuttal
him
against that,
through
though.
experience.
I want to rebuttal. My mom didn't talk about my dad.
Yeah,
All my experiences came from when we left Las Vegas when I was 10 years old. Never once did my dad try to find me, call me, text me. It had nothing to do. It had
But
nothing
you
to
can't
do.
say that you didn't get. That's true. You know what I'm saying? On the surface, what I'm saying is, even if he didn't do none of that, you know what I'm saying? If your mom said, they told you, you know what I'm saying? The responsibility eventually gonna reside on the other parent. You know what I'm saying?
And I get what you're
As far as
saying. I
your
get exactly
upbringing
what
goes,
you're
you know what I'm
saying.
saying? She could let you actually be affected by not having a father, or still give you a father without having a father. It's a choice. You know what I'm saying? She can still
But
provide a father
with that,
for you.
With
Imaginary, if it is, even if
But what
it's
you saying,
imaginary, she could save you from having to be without by
But
providing.
you can only do that,
You know what I'm
though.
saying?
my mom
Listen,
said-
hold on. Let me just say that you can only do that though if the kid, if I'm old enough to already know who this man is, and then he's going out of my life. You can't create this man in my life because I already know
you want to
him.
save a kid.
No, listen,
Because you know
listen.
A father,
Hold on.
somebody
Listen.
come with an emptiness, it's not gonna be complete.
But what
As
I'm
a
saying
kid,
is,
it's a
no.
whole
But if I
chapter
already
of high
know,
school that you gotta get.
if I already know if this man is in my house, like say his situation, he already knew who he was, and then he was gone, and then it's like, all right, I know you. Now
Exactly.
I'm not with you, but I'm waiting on you to come back, and then you don't come back. Now it's like,
Okay, but then you gotta engage you with this though. Then what's the whole point of having Jesus? You know what I'm saying? You want to go there and even the moment that you gotta have
I mean, my mama put us in church. Honestly, I'm gonna go this route with you. Mama, hold on, big
hold on,
bro.
bro, we got to share the mic. We got to share the
We
mic.
got a savior. We would need a savior.
Big bro, you thinking as an adult. I'm 11, 12 going through this. Yes, mom.
As a kid,
No.
gave you religion as
Hold on, I'm talking about. One thing that my mom did was my mom kept us in church. no matter where we was in Seattle, went to the whitest church, or when we came back out here to Los Angeles, like my mom kept us in church. So my faith in God wasn't, as you're trying to say, I wasn't trying to find God to fulfill my dad's needs. I was looking for my dad to fulfill my dad's needs.
Okay, let me ask you this. Now, say if your dad sat there, not your mom, your dad brought you home every night and prayed with you, would you look at your dad as a superhero, or would you look at somebody else as a superhero?
I can't answer that because it never happened. I can sit here and say, I mean, because everybody know I don't believe. So for you to say that and for that to happen, it would have
known now.
Oh yeah, it would have to be something monumentous for me to even do that.
Nah, but
I
look at somebody like
ask you
that.
right now, you got kids, you know what I'm saying? If you go in there personally and you pray with your kid, and as far as you knowing the development of your kid, would you more look at them as, my dad even got to ask for help? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So now you willing to sacrifice your superhero status, you know what I'm saying? Saying, hey, this is who you go to.
If it's for the better of my kid, yes.
This is where you going. You know what I'm saying? This is who you go to. You know what I mean, right?
But see, all right, now, I guess, since you don't know, I don't believe. So I'm not going to pray. I'm not going to sit there and say this
So
about
you don't
God.
do that?
No, not even a little bit. So, now, but I don't teach that to my kids.
So so you get everything, what you're saying is you get everything of the actual action of something happening in life. That's the only thing you're going to get.
No, I'm not about to sit here and make... Let me rephrase what
You
I want to say.
You can't give salutes to anything.
I'm not going to sit here and say, if something happened to me, God did it, God did this, God did that. I'm not one of those people. If something happened to me because
go back to the kid thing, the subject that we was on, I'm saying, in that instance of you learning and going through it, like how do you put where does substitution come in at? Where you going to get the house?
Like, I don't think when something bad used to happen to me when I was younger, yes, I did pray. When I was younger, I did pray. I did call to God. I did everything that you were saying, but it had nothing to do with my dad. But yes, it had nothing to do. Like, I did pray. Like, I prayed if you know what I mean. If I wanted something to happen, but that's what I was taught. If I felt a certain type of way. But what I'm saying is this: God never took the place of my dad. I never prayed to say, "Hey, God, you know what I mean? You're my new dad," or whatever else. No, I never did that. If I did pray for my dad, it's for me to see him. It's for me to be with him.
Okay, so
but I never looked at
your
God.
Mom, right? You grew up with your mom.
Yes.
So when you was going through hard times, or without the presence of a father, who did you see your mom receive support from, or who did she draw from? Where did she get the energy to get the strength to give you? Like,
Well, my mom was one of the biggest prayers to know in life right now.
So you decided on your own terms that you just don't believe. You don't believe.
I didn't start believing until maybe like 10 years ago.
You don't believe your mom was. I mean, it's not conviction.
But like I said, the older I got, the more I started experiencing certain stuff. The more I just didn't look at God a certain way.
But as far as absence of your father, you wanted that. You wanted him.
Yeah.
Regardless of what your mom might have said or not said.
Exactly.
You wanted him. So like you said,
You don't close none of your apps, nigga?
Huh?
He on there close none. What did you do?
That's about 20 of them right there.
I didn't close about 45.
Nigga, who told you to call me? No.
Well, you still going.
I was trying to go to the
what I'm closing them for? I might have to go back to him.
But I mean, like I said, it's just, yeah.
But yeah, like you said, my mom. So with that is, like you said, you're looking for a substitute. So we got our moms, but if my moms don't say nothing about my pops, the only thing was your dad on the phone, talk to him for a few minutes or whatever, and that was it. So it's nothing. There's nothing there to kind of like know about or get an idea of. There's nothing there
until you live life, until you become adult enough to go through your own experience.
Exactly.
Exactly. It's bigger than just my personal inner circumstances. It's big. I got it down, and now I'm at an age right now. I know my life is nothing. I'm really nothing. I'm saying compared to so much more.
But see, now I want to go. I want to big bro. I want to gravitate to that. See that you're thinking about how you were when you were younger, right? But when you were younger, you didn't have this mindset.
Who?
You.
I had to have it.
No, I'm talking about the mindset that you have now. You never had it.
No, I had to have it.
So
I'm
when
a
you were
collector.
12,
I'm a
so
collector. I ain't throwing nothing away.
oh no. So when you were 12, you were saying, "Oh, I want God to be my dad now."
Huh?
When you were 12, you said, "I want God to be my dad." He gonna
I had
replace.
no choice. In my circumstances, I had an older brother, and the whole little concept was in my family already rooted. You know what I'm saying? But I was just against it. You know what I'm saying? But I knew at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, God, I had to have some kind of. I don't believe what they saying, but I believe them. I can tell. I don't see the fake in them. I don't believe they fake. You know what I mean? So there gotta be some truth in it. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you going off of life experience, just like
I get my understanding through life experiences,
yeah.
but I get my knowledge through my family.
right.
But they didn't.
I got my knowledge through
You know what I'm
experience.
saying? Huh?
My knowledge through experience.
You have to believe the knowledge, you know what I'm saying, in order for you to apply it to your life. And if you don't, it's like a magic trick. If it don't work for you, then you blame that shit bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But if you try, somebody tell your mom, somebody tell you something, and you try, and it worked, you be like, hey, I told you it was gonna work.
Yeah, but you gotta do that experience.
Now you gonna pass this. If I ain't gonna pass it to my own, I know if it's the truth, I'll pass it to my own kid. This is what I'm leaving you. You know what I'm saying? This is your survival kit, man. I know if I would not tell my kid that it is a guy if it really was if it wasn't enough truth in it in my lifetime. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't work past it down, I'd be going against it. I'd be going to war with it.
But see,
I
when I tell my
I'm not
kids,
going to war religion because it wasn't that bad.
no, what I tell my kids is especially when it comes to God, I tell them I don't believe, but I'm not going to teach you what I believe because I'm this way. Because
I come in a different world.
You already did.
No, I didn't.
When you tell them that, you're teaching them that.
No, they trust me. They go to church with their
It's
mothers.
worth preserving. I believe, I'm gonna tell you, it's the only way, but it's worth preserving. And knowledge of it is worth
and I just let them know that I don't want you to follow my ways. I want you to experience. I told my kids, I want you to experience your own upbringing with God, your own trust in God, your own everything with God. I said, I've been through it already. I said, I got to the age when I got to 35 to where I started having a different mindset. Mm-hmm. My mindset changed. I said I was 35 when I let my kids know. Well, my two youngest son anyway. I let them know, like, hey, I don't want you to follow my footsteps with it. I want you to have your own relationship with God. So even my young son, even my youngest, he goes to church. He loves going to church. I know my oldest son doesn't, but that's because his mother doesn't go to church, but they still believe in God. And I never try to tear them down. I don't tell them. I don't tear them down when it says turn them down when they come to God, or if they had questions, even questions of why I did. Like my son, he asked me why I don't believe, and I explained to him over time. It was my experiences, my outlook, how everything was in the totality of it, from the Bible to my experiences. Yeah. This is what I believe. This is what I don't believe. This is why I don't believe.
And you got the right to feel the way you feel.
Right.
On top of that, you know what I'm saying? Because you only could put together your own puzzle.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Based on the pieces that you acknowledge at the time. So it's not about your development versus somebody else. You know what I mean?
So you get to the next topic because I was going into like spirituality and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When you kind of like, especially with your kids, mm-hmm. when you say that, you kind of giving them an idea because they automatically follow you.
And I get that part, but if I don't speak my truth to my kids and tell them why, they're always going to think why that was going on. Why, you know what I mean? They're always going to be curious.
I think it's a way that you can get into certain topics like that mm-hmm. without kind of leading them into your train of thought. And so with the Black community, it's kind of like, hey, do you think it's fading away with belief in Christianity or religion? Period.
Yeah. You don't see as many young kids, or I would say mothers is not putting their kids in church like they used to. Like my mom, she made it a point. She was in church and we were in church.
Can't just say mothers. We guys go families.
Or just say I'm not gonna say all mothers. I'm just saying
Are you surprised? Are you surprised because when I was coming up, I kind of understood. The reason why I was able to understand more because I had an older brother who was really into it. Yeah. And when they told me, once I found out that God's people is not everybody ain't God's people. You know what I'm saying? Once they started telling me that everybody's not a lot of us, you know what I'm saying? That's when I understood. Okay, that's why I'm hearing so much hate. You know what I'm saying? I'm always talking against it because it's really a secret. You know what I'm saying? It's really only for a certain amount of people. It's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like gangbanging, it's not for everybody.
I like that. I like that view of it.
It's not for everybody. So You know what I'm saying? It's for the ones who can't. It's like everybody can't go be a doctor. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be an astronaut. Everybody ain't got the mental to understand it. So it's like that. Maybe it's like, so you got to have it. It's not for everybody.
I feel like in a sense, man, we start kind of getting too close to the church and too. I mean, I feel like because we did our generation, I feel like our parents took us to church. Not saying everybody, but sometimes we did have to go to church, especially Easter. Your ass got dressed and put on your suit, your ass with the church.
Easter,
but I feel like getting to know and not to pass judgment or nothing, but you start to see some of these so-called church people and stuff, and you kind of realize, well, y'all flawed human beings too. And it's just like, because I was in the church that I started really liking, and then I started seeing stuff and seeing how some of the members was moving or the pastor was moving, and I seen how the money grab became a thing and stuff like that. And then I started to like kind of get a little bit turned off of it because I just started feeling like it was kind of a money grabbing. And just the whole thing of it's like, are we like kind of like manipulating our ancestors or our grandmothers to feel like, okay, if you believe in something, you believe in this savior is going to come and stuff like that. Keep bringing me your money because one day it's savior, and if you don't continue to do this,
I got what y'all saying. Y'all thinking about religion? Y'all separate the religion from the spiritual thing. That's what y'all.
No, it's just
talking like the tradition of like being in the Baptist church.
Of going to church. Period. We don't go to church. Our generation.
When did it start separating? And I'll say for myself, I think
when we started upgrading our understanding of, I think like we're not in elementary anymore as a culture. So it's not.
There we go. You start upgrading your mindsets.
We learn. Our kids are smarter than we were. Mm-hmm. They picking up our shows and TV shows that they're learning from. They grab up music and how they listen to it is different. They upend. So it's not gonna be versus like whether they best involved. Then they got a new way of understanding it now. So it's more adapting.
We breaking the cycle of being taught what our parents was being taught.
To what you're saying.
They done that through movies and shit now. Tyler Perry and thinking they spiritual through that type of shit.
We looking at things differently.
Yeah, church on the plate.
We watching it and we getting a different understanding. Like you said, we doing our own research, opposed to just sitting here and letting somebody telling us what we should know. We doing our own research. We getting our own information from wherever, not just one specific religion. We're learning all over the place. So I think that's part of the separation. Also, like you said, we looking at all the bullshit going on in the church, which is a distraction. It's a distraction and it's an excuse because we're supposed to be going for a specific reason.
Church is for fellowship.
I think as a people, we're as a people though, we're constantly trying to grow or find a ways where we don't have to be a parent no more. It's like we trying to. That's what we're developing a new iPad or a better. Something to make this more easier so that way we can more so do our own individual purpose. Mm-hmm. It's like some people gotta be a dad every day. But then if shit is getting invented or a different way that my kid can learn this through Cocomelon, I ain't got to sit there and put my hospital get the money and go, now we could be a better, you know what I mean? We trying to find ways to not have to, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We want them to learn faster and get, you know what I'm saying, just you ain't got to go to church and catch the Holy Ghost and say, I believe. You know what I mean? You ain't got to see it.
I don't remember the last time I seen somebody catch the Holy Ghost.
That was more so to get people that believe.
And that's
forcing it on them. You know what I mean? Trying to convince them.
It's so routine.
Out of love, though.
When you go to church, it's so routine. Everything happens the same all the time, every Sunday. It's a specific time they do the collection place, a specific time to do the preaching, stuff like that. I believe when you're giving information, there is no certain time to do it or how to do it. You're giving information, and we learn it from the same book. And then when you sit back and look at it, it can be confusing. Just looking at the whole picture. And then you have different religions basically saying, if you're not with my religion, your religion is wrong.
Oh, like
this how I forgive them, though, bro. This how I forgive them. Whole concept of religion from me coming up, being in church, because like the shit, I started like really criticizing the people that's actually up on the stand and resting on their life and everything like that. Mm-hmm. For me to be able to forgive them from them, you know what I'm saying, putting themselves like, you know, to tell me about something so important as religion, like God and all that. This is how I forgive religion, or people who practice religion. I gotta look at it like this, man. We all was babies, you know what I'm saying, learning something first. We had to learn how to talk, you know what I'm saying? So when you go into that field, it's like for you to believe, for you to know like what took to impress you, or for you to learn something as a person.
All right, I got a question.
Hold on. As a person, you have to act it out, even to convince yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like me. For me to show my brother that, man, DMX is the hardest rapper, Pac is the hardest, I gotta really like show him I like it this much. You know what I'm saying? And I'm even showing I'm rapping it too. Like, yeah, listen to this. Now I'm showing my little brother that this is it. Now I got to teach my brother rap it too. And he put it in her, I put it in. Like, we convincing each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, through acting it out. Like, this how much I adapt. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I remember to forgive him. Because like I gotta forgive you because I know you just acting it out. Not that you're trying to go extra hard. That's what make you get up there and have to catch the Holy Ghost and doing that. Like, at first I used to think of like, man, they playing now. You know what I'm saying?
They can sing that way.
Because, but in order for you to inspire a whole
I got a
group of
question.
300 people, you have to be up there. I know. Imagine you go up there, you gonna be nervous up there. You ain't gonna piss nobody in this crowd. You up there nervous.
All right, now I want to stick to that. When last time you been to church?
You know
And why? And why?
They gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? They gotta put on the show. You know what I mean? You gotta show me that you so much time, you believe it so much, but you gotta act it out in front of me.
But that's the problem.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, cause if you ain't nobody timidly gonna go up there and convince nobody nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you got that much confidence. I hit the Black and Mile a couple times.
Yeah, Black Mile is cool.
All right, we back, y'all. We back.
But it can be confusing, and everything is it seems so routine. You know what I'm saying? It's like we do when you go to churches. It happens a certain way, a certain time, this way, and then it's the end. It's routine.
Right,
So I can see how people be like, "Oh man, this is I can see it."
All right. So my question. I'm gonna start off with Antron. When is the last time you've been to church and why?
Man, probably for a funeral, bro. Probably for a funeral.
All right.
I
Now, why haven't you been to
last time.
church?
Well, for one, my work schedule, I work Sundays, but I don't know, man. I just think I'm not against it. I'll say that I'm not against it. I'm not against going. I think if I was off Sundays, I would give it a try and try to find a church to see how I would like it. So I'm not against it. I think it's just because of my work schedule and stuff like that. But I am going to be very selective when I go.
I think
you know what I mean?
that's a heavy thing is being selective of where you go. You ever?
Number one, excuses. I experienced certain things in church to where I felt like, nah, I ain't messing with church, but essentially that's an excuse to not go. And, even though I still might practice not a specific religion, but I still pray. I still talk to my kids about God and stuff like that. But to actually go, certain things I seen and witnessed and didn't feel right about, I use it as an excuse to not to. So, that's just the truth.
Big bro?
I don't go to church on a regular, but not because I work on Sundays and then like that. It's just that my experience. Nah. My experience of church is just I just don't like. You know what I'm saying? The repetitiveness of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here for the show. You know what I'm saying? Basically, but I'm pro God until you can convince me of something else.
Right.
And I'm always passing
That's
down.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm pro God until you convince me something different. I ain't gonna always practice it and try to be holier than thou, but I'm always gonna tell you the truth, and that's what I believe. You know what I mean?
And then I'll say sometimes I feel like when you go to church, sometimes they kind of make you almost feel like an outcast at times, and they be like,
Yeah.
if you're not doing
first time coming to this church,
or just if you're not doing or moving, maybe like, oh, some of y'all just sitting because y'all ain't got God in, y'all ain't, maybe y'all ain't, and it's like you make you feel like, damn, you know what I mean? I feel like, well, is the Holy Ghost missing me, or do I not got God in me, or that make you feel like, oh, some of y'all ain't. I mean, and it feel like they calling you out and don't make you feel apart. It's just like I don't come often, so it ain't whatever y'all. It ain't hitting me if I'm not gonna fake it. You know what I mean?
And I think that's one of the biggest things. Like, I think the biggest confusion I've ever had with church is the Trinity: the Father, the Spirit, and the Spirit. And the Holy Ghost.
Father, Son, and Holy Ghost.
Yeah, Father, Son. I apologize. Father, Son, and Holy Ghost.
Hold on. You don't like threes? You don't like threes?
Yeah. It's not that. It's like, you know what I mean? How are you the Father and the Son?
Easily. Because I was the son. Then
Oh, no, I mean,
it made sense to me. I got a father. I know he was the son too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He was the son, but like, how you two different people but the same person.
I wasn't that smart. I wasn't that smart. You smart.
I'm gonna say this was my confusion growing up. It's like,
I see what you said.
What he's saying is you the Father, but you transition to the Son. So that's one of my number one questions about that. How can it's never made sense to me.
God, Jesus.
Because it says, Jesus came down in the form of God came down in the form of man, which is Jesus.
Right.
But Jesus is supposed to be God. But Jesus also prayed. I don't want to get into that. But
it's a lot that we're not. Maybe we ignorant.
I'm not saying this. Listen, anybody out there? Let me just say this: anybody out there that can explain that to me, I'm willing to learn and get a good understanding of it.
I can explain it to you.
Yeah, for real too. No, I want to say this. My ex-wife, she's an evangelist. She will break everything. I swear one day I would love for her to come on here. She's been, her family is anointed from her grandmother to her father to her. They're all anointed. And I would love to have her because she can really go over and break things down.
Bring her on.
I'm gonna try to.
Evangelist when y'all was married?
She was transitioning to evangelist when we were married. She went to Bible college. She stayed in church faithfully.
That on you? Huh? Yeah, none of that ever rubbed up on you?
No, honestly.
He's bringing out that energy. But I even heard in the beginning, the word was with God. I understand, I get that. But it still doesn't.
It doesn't resonate.
It doesn't break it down the way I want
If you would please,
go ahead.
If you would please let me enlighten y'all brothers. You know what I'm saying?
It better make sense because they're going to turn your ass up if they don't.
Okay, coming.
This is how
they won't say we will.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to simplify it for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But, okay. I had to learn this. You know what I'm saying? This is my technology, my terminology as an adult. I had to learn this through my transitions through life. Ignorance is no excuse of the law. Yeah. I'm saying, as an adult, I had to learn that. Police told you that. Ignorance, no. The good shit told me that. Ignorance is no excuse of the law. Now listen, I remind you. It made sense to me and quiet, and my mama was in quiet. You let him talk to me like that? I'm like, my mama, like, you gonna let him, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? As a kid, I had to understand, even though my mom or my dad, they loved me, you know what I'm saying, they give me all this love. When I messed up, they still whip my ass. They don't care if I didn't know no better. You gonna learn today. Yeah. That's not good, and I'm serious about it. Don't do that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That was my understanding of what's good and what's bad, you know what I'm saying? And then that's what the whole religion, same thing, like do good or be bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, ignorance is no excuse, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna chastise you, you know what I'm saying? Right. And no matter what phase you is in this school, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you're not putting into it, you're gonna, even the grades or however you wanna break it down, you know what I'm saying? I learned my first understanding of religion and everything through good and bad, you know what I'm saying? And it was no ignorance of the law, you know what I'm saying? There was no excuse, you know what I'm saying? It was an easy transition of understanding, you know what I'm saying? If you present it right, about 8 of those. If you give it to you the wrong way, you're not gonna understand it.
So as far as Jesus and God,
Father and Son.
how are they the same?
Okay.
Oh, man.
It's the deliverance of the message. You know what I'm saying? Everything is passed down through generation. You know what I'm saying? When you first heard your understanding of Jesus and he said, I am of the Father is of me, it's basically saying the information doesn't change. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at the person, the delivery of the message, you know, the messenger. He said, I'm coming as a messenger. The vehicle with the understanding. The understanding never changed. You know what I'm saying? So I am the son, but I'm the father because I'm the father to you. You don't know where it came from because he's not here in physical form. I'm here now, so I'm the father. But I'm only giving you what was given to me. You know
but how do y'all feel about Jesus didn't write the Bible. The Bible was written by men.
It's inspired.
Right. But this is what we follow. This is what we model our life off, and we follow this Bible to a T.
And that's when
that wasn't written by Jesus. That was written by the disciples or his books of some of the disciples and stuff like that. So essentially, it was written by men.
Which is
and it's it's from word of a word. That didn't probably change.
But how else is it gonna get written now? There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm just saying, but this is what we're following. Like,
let me ask you this.
Like that movie, did y'all ever see that movie?
Big bro, let me ask you one question right here. You are a father, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you a father? And what's your last name? If you don't mind saying it on camera.
Yeah, that's great. Wow.
Washington.
Okay, I just want to say so you know what I'm saying, this is a direct, you know what I'm saying, way of trying to build some kind of understanding. Okay, now your name is Washington. You didn't come up with that name. You didn't make that name up yourself, right?
White people came up with it.
White people did.
White
okay,
people.
whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's neither here nor there. But I'm
It
saying
is here or there.
Okay. But that you haven't
They come
changed
from
it.
Africa
As an
with
adult,
that
you
name.
haven't changed that name. You haven't changed it, right? On record.
I
You're still
don't-
passing it on. You're gonna pass it to your son, right?
Nope, I switched my son's last name
To what?
to Henderson.
Did you switch your name?
Yep.
Your name is Henderson.
Yes.
So why you tell me Washington?
Because that's my daddy's last name.
I asked you what's your daddy's last
said
name.
I had
I
a
asked you
father,
what's
right?
your last name. I asked you
I'll
your
do that
daddy's
with you.
last name. You know?
Go ahead.
Okay, your name Henderson. So you're going to pass that. And you feel so good about that name Henderson because you personified it and it's you. And then you're the father of that name now because you're going to pass that name down to your son that's going to live longer after you.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is this. If you no longer, the generation that's going to come after your son, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to remember you unless you got just a million, so many pictures like Tupac music that they can't help. You're going to live through generation. You hoping that your son pass your name down and the knowledge that come with it. And it ain't just about the name or your son. It's about the information that you instill into your son to pass down. You know what I'm saying? The information. Information is information. That's all religion is. You know what I'm saying? If you take the play away and the people who gave it to you, you know what I'm saying? And how they gave it to you and the judgment of who they was without the information, you know what I'm saying? It'll be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
All right, I got a question. Who is God's mom and dad?
Huh?
Listen, we get into some whole other stuff. Essentially, bro, I just think, some of us believe in God. We just got questions and stuff like that. Some of us don't, but you still probably got questions. Because I went through my own little period and stuff like that. But, man, do your homework, man. Do your own work. Go figure it out.
You can get information from
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
And everything is God.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean,
anything greater than you is God. It could be the liquor. If that's what you get your.
Now, I do a controversial thing.
no.
That's your God. Yes,
You could praise it, but there is
This is
one
a praise. You go to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think God coming. One thing I know about God is He come in all forms.
I do feel like I feel like God
He got superpowers.
I agree with you.
You gonna get this work. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I am a
you
God.
gonna get this work.
All right, let's go to the next topic though. Blacc Sam, man. Blacc Sam, he feels like Nipsey was set up, man. He did an interview with Big Boy, and he was talking about Nipsey's untimely demise the day he passed, and he was kind of breaking it down how it happened and how Eric Holder came shirt off. He just kind of painted the picture of how he felt like it happened, and he said he came back in a red shirt and everything like that. Essentially, he's just saying he feel like it was more of a hit. It was more of a setup. And little interviews and little clips are starting to come out now. They're implementing a certain person. I ain't got to say his name, but they implementing a certain person. I ain't gonna say his name on here, but
hold on.
Who there was implemented from the beginning? It's
You talking about who they said
dog.
Nipsey Hussle?
Yeah, the big
in the
dude.
murder.
And I don't know if y'all saw that clip when he was speaking and he was like talking about how he had Nipsey signed from 2009 to 2019,
Mhm.
and then he kind of made a little look and a smirk. It's like, you know, like, and then also speaking on how Victory Lap he owned publishing from Victory Lap and stuff like that. So that would make a lot of sense if
I will say
Yeah,
his
man.
actions don't help him if
Right.
he try to prove his innocence.
Right.
so-
It kind of lines up. It kind of like, damn, okay, well, if I ain't got him, you know, I ain't signed to him. It's like almost like Tupac when he got killed. You know, the album went crazy and sold a gang of records. Let me eat as much as I can off this artist. Also, you moving like I don't respect. They said when he brought DJ Khaled to the neighborhood and they shot the video with DJ Khaled, that wasn't respected.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or he did it on his own and ran his own plays and stuff like that. I don't know, man. I hope that's not the case. I hope jealousy didn't really take him out. You know what I mean?
Bro, it's called
Like
money and
that.
jealousy.
You know.
A lot of
You know,
people don't want to give up the crown, man. A lot of you look at you know, hierarchies and stuff like that. They want to stay in position for as long as they can.
Right.
And if I'm still here, you being a little homie, you're not going to overshadow what I got going on, or you know, think you're bigger than the program. So
Yes.
it's messed up.
Man.
As it sounds, it's messed up like totally. But you know, that's how it goes sometimes.
But that's
You know what
not
I'm saying?
foreign. That's not foreign to life.
No.
Yeah.
That's not hierarchy, and
Right.
that's not foreign to life. Your development, as a
Hierarchy
kid,
means
and even in your own household.
Mhm.
There's
Your son
hierarchy
can
in your
get-
household.
We joke around. Your son can get as big as hell. You still gonna be like, look, you ain't running nothing.
But essentially, no. But when you have love for your kids, I want my son to. We play, but I want my sons and my kids to go further and farther.
No,
And
you
be
talking about like
bigger
in
and
your
stuff
household.
like that.
In your household, he's still your son.
Maybe you're
Well,
talking
you know,
about your household
outside of
as a
my
grown man.
household,
You're talking about coming up
outside,
as a
no,
kid.
but
Hierarchy.
outside of my household, he's always gonna be my son, and I'm always gonna love him. It's just respect. You always want your respect.
So when
But that-
so when you're not here, he's in place of you, right?
Right.
But when you come, it's you.
No, he's still him.
Yeah,
No,
of course,
but
of
the
course.
hierarchy, your dad,
Yes.
this is your
In
kingdom.
my household,
Yes.
You never lose
In my
you never lose
household-
a position in life. You
Right.
don't
in my household, I'll say this. In my household, I think, well, once my kids get to a certain age, then we're gonna share the household.
No,
I get
no,
final
no.
say, but this is
That's
our
what I'm
household.
saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because I paid the cost to be the part.
That's right.
That's
You're
the
above.
point.
You're
It's still
respect.
hierarchy. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm never gonna be jealous of my
It's
kids.
not,
No, we're
we
not
just
talking
put it. We just putting it as an example.
Not jealousy.
Yeah, but
about
so we equating
control.
that to a neighborhood.
Yeah.
I'm just giving an example. You know what I'm saying? But you know, in certain situations like that, people's ego can be hurt so bad to where they're like, nah, he getting too big. He already famous. I was this at one point.
He never was that. But-
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I get it, you know, but you got to think like I was this. My name was the hood. At one point.
Right.
So
So
now-
now my name, his name.
Yeah.
Right.
So now it's after him. I could see that being that way. Not saying that he did anything wrong, but I could see it being that way.
And you bringing these stars around,
Yeah,
and you having a
yeah.
name and stuff like that.
And
That's
everybody
sad.
following you now.
You're the face of the set.
Yeah.
Your people could really do you like that, man.
You Jesus.
Not
That's
saying that
crazy.
he did it. And I'm not implicating nobody. Not saying he
Yeah,
did
we
it,
don't
but-
know.
Yeah,
we don't
we
know.
don't-
Shit,
yeah.
we just going off of, I don't know. I would
Hey.
pray because I actually like it.
If you could
I
vividly,
actually
if you
like
could
it.
vividly come with that concept, I mean, it's not that far from the truth.
It's
You
not
know what I'm
far-fetched.
saying?
That's a
When
cold
whole
thing to throw
world
on somebody
is
if
the
it ain't
same
true.
comparison,
I'll say that.
It's not far
It's
fetched.
not far from the truth.
I've never had that much, and they
The
say
truth can't be revealed. It's gonna be revealed regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
By the multitude.
hatred is a disease, man.
Definitely.
I could never hate somebody like that much, bro. You supposed to want somebody from where you come from
Yeah.
to surpass you.
Depends on their attitude towards you. When you see it depends, and all that's your inside feeling. You always want the best for everybody, even though that he might have been in a good position. But then when this other person is too big, he's too big headed now. He just don't see what you
Yeah,
see,
yeah, yeah.
and he's acting out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So then the motherfucker could drive the rage out of you. Even the most humble person could get drove mad. You know what I'm saying?
But
Not
if
just
you're you-
watching.
If you're you,
Shit.
you're gonna be you no matter who is around.
That's what I'm trying to say, though.
You know what I'm saying? So Like,
but we had to create you, and then you lose control of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Then we gotta humble you.
I'm talking about as far as the big homie.
Yeah.
People always say, ain't nobody bigger than the program.
Ain't nobody bigger than the program.
But regardless,
Even the big homie.
Yeah, but he's still revered as big. If he's him, he's gonna be him regardless of who's around.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So,
But sometimes you can lose sight of that, lose sight of yourself. That means you ain't confident in who you are.
that's something you gotta deal with.
Right.
That's
That's only if, because everything is it's like when you start talking about the top 5, who the greatest. You know what I'm saying? It's only been brought up because they comparing this to something else. You know what I'm saying? Until it's nobody else you could compare me to. You know what I'm saying? It's like the title shot. It became this person versus this person to the multitude who control the set is person with the last say so. Who got to come after the last? Who got the final say so? But then that's gonna bring jealousy. Even if it didn't start out, that's not my intention to beat you or kill you but if you become an opposition, it's me or you.
Mm-hmm.
That's in life. I ain't gonna run for no fight. You know what I'm saying? If you let me know right now you ain't going against me, until you let me know, convince me you ain't going against me, you an enemy.
Yeah, I just hope
You
that
ain't trying to stop the narrative, so that means the narrative is true. You know what I'm saying? You tripping.
I hope it ain't true, bro. I hope it ain't true. That Nipsey was great, man. Had a long time, to continue what he was doing, man. I just hope that ain't true. Shout
out to the family.
That's shady, marathon continues anyway. Let me ask y'all a question, man. Would y'all ever wear a shirt with y'all wife name on there? Or with y'all wife face on there?
I'm not married, so I can't answer this question.
Or with your girl face.
You like married actually means
right. You damn near in California.
Are you with somebody?
Huh?
There you go.
Yeah. Would you wear a picture of your girl face on there?
You got
I would.
I showed the tattoo to Micheal already.
Yeah. What we doing that day? that means a lot. You just wake up with it? Or what?
I mean, just not on no regular shit, but
I would say this. I would say you on vacation. Like, you know how, have you ever seen that?
On vacation.
Like,
you want to have a picture on your shirt?
Yeah.
Not what you wear.
She got your picture on her shirt too?
Yeah. Oh, y'all matching. Y'all can match.
On vacation.
Yeah.
But
that's kind of goofy.
It's corny, yeah, of course, it's corny.
But you wouldn't do it.
But if she come up with the idea, you gonna do it.
If he's deceased, I'm wearing a shirt.
Wait, time out.
That's crazy. That is crazy, but of course.
It say certain guys.
It say for our anniversary shirt. We need to take a picture together.
No, just her.
Just her
on her shirt face.
So the woman,
if you see this woman. You know what I'm saying? Around, I just feel like.
So you gonna equate that to your homie?
If she's missing, I'm weird.
So your homie, that's what you do when your homie dies. Something like. So the woman that wake up with you next to you share a bed with and cook for you when you take care of your son and mother of your kids, she gotta die. When you put her on the shirt.
In memorial.
That's that.
Remembrance.
That's that. Now I just don't want to seem like I'm trying too hard or. You know what I'm saying?
Why
in our community, a woman look at you like I don't think women will want a guy to wear a picture of her shirt.
That's why.
I mean, of course, you just doing it out of like some fun stuff. Like,
she don't want you to tell everybody that you just, because if somebody, she still got hope that
let me get a picture and bring this. She gonna have that motherfucker in the cleaners every week.
Yeah, I'll wear it. I'll wear it like you said. If we on a trip or something, I would. But like solo, if she telling me like, oh, you don't want to, being slick. You don't want to wear the shirt. No, I ain't wearing it like that.
See, that can't cause an argument, though.
How big is the picture? How big is the picture, though?
Oh, no, you got a little pocket picture.
No. It's a shirt with like 30 pictures of her whole face, like all her faces.
Different pictures, though.
That might be a
style. That was a dope picture.
I represent
different photos of her, different stuff.
Hey, she got a color line coming up. I got her.
Listen, I'm wearing it because I love the hell out of my wife, and if I could put on some shit that I don't care about and wear some represent somebody else, I'm gonna wear the person that been with me down.
Let me find out your wife got a clothing line coming out.
Listen, if I could wear some bullshit that don't mean nothing, I'm wearing all kind of shit. Why won't I wear my wife? You know what I mean, like, yeah, we be so cool, too cool for school. Like, nah, I mean, nigga, you gonna go, nigga, you gonna wear a pro club with nothing on it, or you wear.
I don't know no woman that gonna wear my shirt on them. I don't think she gonna go out there.
I'm letting your wife wear your shirt.
On you. Shoot me off this.
I know.
We like you got polo on. We really like put shit on these brands. We honor these brands and really we pay a lot of money to these brands to rock this shit.
Niggas go.
You know what I mean? You won't go get just any LA hat at the liquor store. You gonna go get the one I mean. So we know where to go. So why we can't represent our woman, our family like that?
I definitely know my wife will. She'll probably create something. To where we both
once she sees this,
she ironing right now.
Once she sees this, she's gonna have a shirt for you
I didn't
next
know,
week.
baby. I didn't
with
know.
your face right here.
And I'll sport it. I ain't have no problem. I'll sport it.
That's crazy. I know. I sported.
Make sure you have some new shoes to match.
Let me see that. If it's tight though, I ain't gonna lie.
No.
Bro, I have a whole jogger shit on. This nigga had me in what you had me in what's the place where you bought the Bath and Body Works, man? He was like, yeah, man, you gotta do. He getting all the candles. I'm like, damn, I ain't never seen you like that, man. He had it too cool for school. Yeah, he had the whole little thing. He was like, yeah, man.
You trying to play cool for us right now?
Yeah, he had all the little stuff. Man,
we family.
He had me in there smelling candles and shit.
I think we should do that.
They like this the new season right here. These just came out.
I'm a believer, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm romantic regardless. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You know what I'm saying? So,
Labor Day.
You know.
Shit, Labor Day, everybody get a picture of their girl and put it on their shirt.
Hell nah, man. Man, he gotta be. I'm at work.
Any shirt, any picture, it depends on you. Gotta pick the picture.
Any picture.
Nah, but I think they will wear a picture of us.
Yeah. But see, look, like
no, they wouldn't. Your girl never go out there. There's a big old picture.
Oh.
My wife,
bring a stamp on her vote. Stamp me on her vote.
She gonna hate doing it.
I'm already blasted.
She only go. She only go.
All right, call Brina and see what she doing.
I don't want my girl to be funny carrying my picture around. You know what I mean? I want to be exclusive. Like she ain't gonna show me to everybody. You know what I'm saying? I want her to think like, damn. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Y'all remember wallet picture?
They don't want
y'all remember wallet picture of y'all girl in y'all wallet?
Yeah, I did.
We got. Oh, I just thought about that. You ever had a picture of your girl in your wallet?
Picture.
You had a couple of they just came out.
It was in the plastic and everything.
No, when you high school, was young 20s, 21.
Who went to EPHS? Who went to EPHS and took the picture? No, EPS. What was that, Alberto? Yeah,
that's what you remember that the white suit?
Yeah, that's what you wear?
Yeah, that's all.
Chris Stalker right there. Everybody went there. Pictures was there.
Nah, I went to South Bay.
Oh, you was upscale.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little change.
I remember them days, man.
I was working at Kmart.
You go to the mall and get that little, get that instant photo.
Okay,
that's where I got mine. Like an instant photo. But they had like 17,000 backgrounds.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: would y'all die to protect your wife?
No question.
Now put this in the context.
What you talking about, Willis? Hold on.
They was talking on the podcast.
What you mean?
That was I believe that was, I know Averb and somebody else, one of the basketball player was on there, and the comedian. But it was talking about he said he wouldn't die for his wife.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He protected his wife. He said
he said if some bullets start flying, I'm going in survival mode. I'm not thinking like, oh, let me save my life.
He was a comedian though.
Yeah, I don't know if he was.
No, he was serious.
He was serious.
I wish you could play, but he was serious.
How is it that this part, like, how do you see your wife?
Yeah,
if we out somewhere and I'm hearing shit or I see some shit,
I'm gonna ride with him, nigga, like that. Yeah. My homeboy told me he went down for his wife. I ain't be his friend.
He definitely ain't die for you. Not even you gotta die for you, but just have your interest.
Yeah, you got a kid with this girl too. Nigga, I can't fuck with you.
I'm automatically putting wifey to the side or behind me, automatically.
Right.
If I see some shit going on, or come on, let's get up out of here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if I know for a fact this is gonna, protect her or mine, and if that's what has to happen, I mean, shit, no question.
Yeah.
But you.
I mean, that's
Wait. Wait.
You don't tell on me and shit. You know what I mean? You gonna say yourself. You ain't gonna put your life online. Hell no. That's fucked up.
Oh my god. Alright, bro.
You gotta be
I didn't want to ask none of y'all.
That's part of being a rider. You know what I'm saying? Being a man and shit. You know what I'm saying?
You die for your wife, bro?
I'm gonna. Some niggas used to go to war. They used to leave the whole family alone. You know, go out there to war for the. I'd rather die for my wife than I do for the country.
If you go in the war,
you gonna die for the country. You ain't gonna die for your wife.
Would you fight for your wife? Number one, this nigga is in a whole different. That's
why I love us, because y'all three are married and I am not.
But would you fight for who you with?
My wife, yes. Okay, I would die. I would survive. I would run. I would push. I would go to war for my wife. Yes, I would.
What about your fiance?
Yeah, what about the fiance? First crush.
Hey, look at this.
Yo, girl, I can meet you for the first date. And I'm really feeling you. We all on a trip or something like that.
I'm on you.
I'm on you. Look, I'm on you. I'm really fucking with you.
You gonna die for the first
I'm taking you somewhere. I come pick you up. I'm taking you out somewhere. I'm your father. I'm taking your daddy's position. You riding with me. You know what I'm saying? I got you. You know what I'm saying?
My girl tell me in a minute you ain't my daddy.
You under my protection. Huh? You under my protection. You would ride with me. You under my protection.
So we all dying for her. I'm gonna die.
No, I said not my wife. Just my girlfriend.
Yeah, come on, you got something.
Ain't no stipulations.
No, you got something.
Okay.
Ain't no stipulations, but let me.
Ain't no stipulations, but.
No. Only thing I think about is that.
Let me know
It ain't no but in the back of my mind, I have a follow-up question. My follow-up question is, what if you do that? I mean, and you wake up, I mean, as a spirit and shit, she done moved on and shit. But like quick though.
Hey,
like quick.
I gotta run back too now. I'm shit on you next time. You gotta run back. I'm gonna fuck over you.
What are you dying for?
I'm about to fuck with you in the past. That's why I don't give a fuck about you now.
Right.
You know what
are you dying for? She like, whoo, thank God. And this. Now she gonna get her side nigga that she been waiting on.
That's what I'm saying. That's how I was already playing. So you like.
I ain't get no run back. I'm gonna fuck over you this time. If I feel anything in your side, like I don't know. I don't be mad at myself and I dog bitches. Our niggas or whoever I did something violent to, you deserved it in my book. I ain't gonna die with no regret. Yeah, I wasn't that mad for nothing. You did something. If I can't remember it, but in my past, I know you did something.
Well, they not supposed to. I'm not saying they supposed to. But would your woman die for you?
I don't care if she did. I ain't doing it for nothing. I'm doing it because I want to do it.
Right. No, that I don't want these questions tied together.
I want to do it. I'm doing whatever I do because I want to do it.
I would like to say yes, but I don't know for sure.
I like when y'all ask each other questions because Micheal answers be way different than yours. She like die. Yeah, like, what do you mean, brother? What do you mean, Alan?
Yeah, we gonna put that on. We gonna make.
She gonna like, well, who, you know, they be like, that's when they want to be logical. Well, who's gonna raise the kids?
But that right there, you know that we different creatures. You know what I'm saying? So you can't judge her from how you feel.
We are protectors.
You know what I mean? That's her role, so you can't question based on
right.
You know what I mean?
Right. We are protectors.
You gotta paint a scenario and see if they, if they fuck with that.
Yeah. I think that's what. I mean, I think that's what most women you have.
They're not like us. They're not like us.
You have to give them a scenario, a story for them. I'm not gonna say to truly understand it, but they should really get how we think or how we, you know what I mean, how we go by it.
Yeah, they can't play football if they're a natural tennis player. You know what I mean? They working with different equipment than we is.
So what you go ahead. I was gonna say, what about, do you guys think a woman or a man with multiple baby mamas or baby fathers, are they trustworthy? Can you trust them? Should we kind of look down on them? I mean, almost, would you date them, or do you kind of look at them a different way?
I don't know what they got to do with trust.
Right, it has a lot to do with trust.
Well,
because you got.
That's why I speak on the plan. You got your lady got two BDs. Mm-hmm. What does that got to do with trust?
Everything got to do with trust. But for the simple fact, you got. I mean, it's just a reference of.
Yeah, trust was a wild. I didn't ask that question.
First of all, how did they break up? Like, did she cheat? Did he cheat? Was it trusted? Was it trust issues and stuff like that?
Okay.
So as a person, do they make trustworthy decisions? It's like, how long were they together? It's a abundance of different things that you can't come up with. It has to do with trust.
Okay, but you're in this relationship now,
Mm-hmm.
and you building this relationship with you and her.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't be built off based off of what happened with them.
I gotta see
Right,
what
right.
you've been
That
through
means you
first.
coming in as a victim.
Or
You know,
she's
I don't go into
yeah.
relationships as a victim.
We not victims. It's just called common
No, I'm
sense.
saying basically
It's
that
not
like,
common
so you
sense.
can't build nothing new off of the past unless
Right.
you're a natural
It's
follower.
not,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly,
Like
but
you're inheriting it.
but you gotta learn from
My
somebody's
everything
past
gonna
to
be
see who
brand
they
new
are
in my
now.
new relationship. Like the
Mhm.
experience is brand new. The sex is gonna be brand new. I'm not even gonna be thinking about the past interaction when I'm in this new mode, this new frame of thought. Like everything gonna be. I could go see a movie with this new person that I done seen 100 times. It's gonna be like the first time. Like my mind is not even focused on the past no more. That's the brilliance of life in new relationships, because with a new relationship with a newer person, even though you know they had a past, I'm not gonna go into the new relationship questioning your past. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna stop you from seeing the new you. Because I know you didn't grow from your past. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna blame you from what you used to do.
But after that third baby daddy, you get her after that
You might
third
have
baby
10
daddy
kids.
with
So
7
you saying
kids.
when you get 60 years old, right?
Mhm.
Are you gonna be looking at women
Bro,
like,
you 60, you know
gonna-
60. You said 60. 60, you
just
have
saying,
60,
might
you
live
can
to
be happy to
60.
be with anybody at 60.
It don't matter. I'm just saying, but how you gonna treat your life? You know what I'm saying? How your pride gonna be, your character, your integrity gonna be when you go into a new
Because
relationship at 60?
I can be prideful all day long. I just can't let my pride run me.
So
Okay.
you asking? So you the one asking how many partners you been
Nah.
with? That's what it sound like.
Don't did it. I don't.
Yeah, so you just talking about just specifically
Baby daddies.
and baby fathers.
Yeah, baby, I'm not. That's what it says. BDs.
But so how do you feel about it?
About what?
About that question? Like, do you feel like would you not trust, or would you have trust issues?
Oh, you will have trust issues. Main reason is depends on how that person moves, how that person thinks. It's like, is it all? Let me slow it down. It has a bunch to do with trust. Main reason is she trusted this person and this person and this person to lay sperm and have babies, right?
Not necessarily.
That was fucking. I don't know if they was
Yeah,
trusting.
yeah, right. I
I don't
mean,
know. I don't trust you.
yeah.
About
And after the,
They ain't
and
had
after,
no
I
condoms,
mean, this is not my situation, but after this is not my situation. But after after she had the baby, it's like, all right, do you really look at her value as trusted? Like she trusts everybody.
Because you think you think you trust everybody to have a baby with them?
Hell no.
Huh?
I'm living that now. Hell no.
I'm trying to understand like the I don't know. I just think that could be with anybody. Like any new person you get in a relationship, you could have.
Nobody's
trust issues
forgiven.
with.
Nobody's forgiven
I
for their past.
I don't think it depends. You
like
can
a
come in and
cold
not have.
judge.
You can have now because somebody could also we tend to judge people. If you look at somebody around our age and they don't have no kids or nothing like that, people will look at them like, why?
I was
Like,
watching
why they
something
ain't got
like
no
that, too.
kids? So you ain't got no kids. You ain't never been married, whether it's a woman or a guy. It's like you gonna look at them a little weird, like damn. So what? Why? What happened or what's going on in your life that you didn't? Nothing
You
happened
only
to
can
where
have one kid, one baby daddy. Can't have multiple partners. That's what for some people nowadays. That's what makes the perfect person, and that's
Oh
wrong.
no, I don't think that makes a perfect
wrong.
person.
But as a person that's lived through multiple generations, you know what I'm saying? Like, what if I started having kids early at 16? Some women started young, you know what I'm saying? Then they get to their 20s, you know what I'm saying? Then they get into another relationship. It's a gap between when they're young and then when they're in their 20s or something like that. But it just happened, you know what I mean?
Or do you?
But
I guess
am
it's
I
the
going to sit
thing.
here and get with this girl that's 24, but she got 2 kids already, you know what I'm saying? Based on a decision that she made when she was 16.
And
she
do
made
we-
when she was
And what if she don't believe in
21.
determination?
I think it's more the decision making. Do you trust that person's decision making?
Okay, so do we put a judgment
No,
on
I mean,
our,
of course I am,
our
because I know
parents
she's
that's
getting
like
better.
this? Do we judge our parents for like, okay, my mom got 3 we all have 3 different fathers. Like
Yes.
I look at more so of the age and you know the time frame when you was raised and stuff like that, and then your childhood and what you went through and stuff like that. Like I look at my mom as a little girl when she had me almost to a certain extent. Like
All right.
like damn, I can understand why you was making some of the choices you was making or something. Not saying people didn't make better choices or she couldn't have made better choices, but I can also have a little grace and kind of understand why you made some of the mistakes and some of the choices you did. are thinking going for a certain type of man or whatever it may be. You know what I mean? So it's like you gotta have grace, man. Everybody don't have this shit figured out. We still figuring it out in our.
No, we thinking of it as okay. Sex is the end all be all. Can't. You can have sex one time and get pregnant.
Right.
And if she get pregnant, she don't
That happened
necessarily.
with my first child.
Yeah, she don't necessarily happy.
Baby.
So basically, why is it just the woman? What about the dude? Like, why? I mean, why can somebody look at you as not being trustworthy?
My mama has 8 kids with 6 baby daddies.
So you telling me?
So I look at so that's why I have a different view. Like my mom, like you said, I view my mom with grace. I mean, with love and grace and humbleness.
Why?
Because, like you said, she was still young. But then it's like
you should do that with anybody else. Then.
Say that again.
You should do it with anybody else.
Oh no, I do it with everybody else. But do I trust my mom's decision making? No.
Okay. Let me say that. Let me say this though, big brother. I believe I'm a firm believer in your longevity in life is only based upon the principles that's in store as far as your compassion or your ability to forgive and you know what I'm saying, know that everything is not personal, you know what I'm saying, but it's direct to every individual, you know what I'm saying, in your equation, you know what I'm saying, of your existence. Like you ain't gonna live until you ain't gonna be the age you are right now and able to produce kids. You hear me? No, I say like everybody got a purpose, you know what I'm saying, in life. The reason why you able to have a purpose is what do you think of when somebody say what's your purpose or do you have a purpose or you know what I'm saying? It's the longevity, and the only way you gonna even have the ability to leave something behind if you're able to forgive what came before you and know that it was you. Your whole purpose of existence is to be better than what you came from. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not supposed to come from all age. Or everybody in my family went to college, and that's when you would derive from that. You want to see something different, but you came from the struggle of the transition, like even with me, you know what I'm saying? Like my mom, I didn't grow up knowing my mom like, oh, my mama got doctorates and 8 degrees and this and that. My mom was telling me stories like I didn't get a chance to finish school. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get a chance to do it. So I was always like, I want to be the first one in the family. Or my brother, we didn't have houses like, so it's like I ain't gonna look down on my people for what they didn't achieve or what they didn't have the opportunity to do. I know that they wanted. I know that I want to do it for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be the extension of you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna blame my past. You know what I'm saying, in order to create my future.
Let me ask you this. You said you don't trust her decision making skills. Do you kind of right? But do you kind of understand a little bit? Like you said, she was younger. Do you have a little understanding? Because I mean, if we look at ourselves and some of the decisions we've made coming up, do you kind of have a little bit more understanding and insight of why you can kind of make some of those decisions? And then, do you know her full story of?
So yes. I know my mom's full story. I can't get into it. I don't want to get into it because she watched this.
We ain't gotta get.
No. If she watches, I don't want her to feel a certain type of way. And that's why I don't really say a whole bunch. I never want my mom and
we ain't gotta get it.
But just in a broad answer, I just think my mom wanted attention because she didn't get it from her mom or her dad.
Right.
So I think that was something. That's just my opinion on why, you know what I mean, me being the age that I am and me understanding my mom and my mom, even her now, it's just like I think my mom was craving attention. Didn't matter from who. It was just attention. And then when she got the attention, guess what? Baby came. Then she got more attention for somebody else. Baby came.
Right.
So my final thing is just that, you know, it's just I think she was just craving attention. But now it's like, you know, when my mom is one of my biggest, you know what I mean, admirers. Right. Well, my mom, the main reason my mom was one of those people who just love learning, and she loved learning herself. She loved learning us. So
you can't, you can't say that you can't trust her decision making. If you just said that your mom didn't get, and this is not just specifically to your mom or anybody. If somebody is not getting attention from their parents and they seek it somewhere else, and then just happen to happen as far as they're having a child, you can't really blame her for that. That's just, you know,
wanted attention.
But that's just what happened. She didn't get the right teachings to say, okay, well, I know this is this, and I don't want you to go seek attention from such and such because you're not getting attention from me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if somebody was teaching her a certain way, she would have been like, okay, you know what? I'm going to fall back. I'm not going to give myself to this dude like this.
I mean, that should have, would have, could have, but at the end of the day, I get it. Like, even me, when I was like, man, I want 8 kids, but I said that without me understanding what my mama went through.
Mm-hmm.
I was just saying that because I wanted a big family like what I had. But then once I started understanding my mom, when I got to a certain age, I thought about my mom and everything that happened to her. So it was like, nah, I'm good with 3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want no more than 3 because I don't want to be seen as just wanting to get attention from this person, and this person. And then even when I was younger, I only said I wanted 2 kids, 3 kids, but I always wanted one person.
Do you think you went through a little bit of what your mom went through as far as attention?
Yes, because the way she was brought up, she did the same thing to us. So it was a you know what I mean? It was a generational thing. What she was trying to be a better parent, but at the end of the day, it backfired, but it didn't backfire. I understand, like she always used to tell us, having kids and raising kids don't come with a book.
My thing
That's
is
life.
coming up, big brother. My thing is like me personally, with everything in life, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I always wanted my own version of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want what the next person got. Even my own brothers, you know what I'm saying? Like my older brother wanted religion. I didn't want it because he had it already. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's not saying that if it's bad or it's not. It could be the best thing, the greatest, but I want him to have that. You know what I'm saying? Like my brother got all his kids by the same wife. You know what I'm saying? But not saying I'm gonna do something just not to have that. I'm saying, but I'm not gonna beat myself up if mine don't turn out that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna accept mine for what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be proud of mine. You know what I'm saying? Cause mine, I'm excited for mine being different because it's my personal struggle, my personal story, how I transition through everything and my growth, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna base my final conclusion of my reality based on comparison to somebody else's story.
And by your life, by you making certain decisions, you don't want nobody to look at you judging because of how you made those decisions.
Not till I'm gone. Don't do it while I'm here. Cause now you wasting time. You wasting your struggle. You wasting your time, your story.
So your mom was going, she was going through what she was going through. But as far as, saying not saying you, but anybody trusting their decision making, we gotta consider every aspect of the situation.
Yeah, like even now, my mom is still fighting the attention part. She loves attention. And I think that's it is like, never mind, I'll pass on that. Mm-hmm. But it's just like, even now, it's like some of those burdens that she had back then, she still has. Like, I see it today, like, half the stuff she does it for attention. Yeah. But, it's my mom. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my mom used to teach us. She said, and I'm always proud of my mom, no matter how many baby daddies she has, whatever else. My mama used to say, if you see me hoeing on the corner, be like, that's my mama.
That's because you at war.
But your mama,
you're at war with everything in life. It's either peace or war. If you're not happy at every moment, you're at war with something. It's either one or the other. You're either gonna be thinking positive or you're gonna think negative. Ain't no in between positive and negative. I'm just neutral right now.
I'll say this, man. Your mom is a dope free spirit, and I enjoy her energy, bro. Because you don't really meet people that's just not themselves. That's always somebody else that's trying to, have a facade or something like that. I love her. I love that she's always authentically herself, and that's dope. So, I respect that, man.
Shout out to moms.
Yeah, shout out to moms.
Big up to moms and the daddies.
Right.
Now I'm gonna say fathers and the fathers. Big up to the fathers out there too. You know what I'm saying? Can we get a hand?
What about man? For us. I mean, hand clap for us. So what do y'all think about submissiveness in a relationship, man?
I'm gonna start off at the end.
What is
submissiveness in your marriage?
What do you like? I mean, as far as what do you prefer?
Am I partner? What kind of submissiveness do I like?
Submissiveness, yeah.
Or do I accept? What's the question exactly? What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you consider submissiveness?
Okay.
I see what you're thinking about, but we just submit.
I mean, it's just in general.
In general.
I ain't talking about sexual.
Submissiveness means
I knew
You trying to get the word right for what?
submissiveness. Submissiveness.
There you go.
Big bro.
Okay.
Okay.
We're at we're there. Submissiveness to you and your marriage. Okay. For me, submissiveness. With the
There you
you know
go.
what I'm saying? Just showing me respect. You know what I'm saying? Respect. I take respect over love. I take respect over everything. You know what I'm saying?
100.
You know what I mean? It's
100.
respect. Submissiveness means like I'm not gonna disrespect you. I mean, I'm not gonna make you look bad. I don't want to look bad. You know what I'm saying? And as far as that woman for my partner, you know what I'm saying? It's just I ain't a bully. You know what I'm saying? I never grew up a bully. I ain't gonna bully the one that I'm here to protect. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front you up in front of nobody else. But if I see something that you don't see, and I'm not able to control the situation, I feel like I'm not needed. You know what I'm saying? Now you question my position. But if you can't be submissive to know that I'm only doing what I'm doing for a general overall protectiveness, then I can't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't be submissive in that situation where let me do my job, you know what I'm saying? That's not being submissive. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna use it against you. You know what I mean?
Alan?
Well, I mean, I look at it as having roles. So I submit to my wife.
Whoa. Say it again. I think you might say it wrong.
No, I said it right. I submit to my wife when it comes to her taking the role of being a nurturer. And
But let her nurture you.
she nurtures the whole house.
No, she nurtures you.
She nurtures me. She nurtures the kids.
No, she nurtures you so you can help her nurture the kids.
Hold on.
I gotta have a secret meeting. The kids not involved in that. Whatever is going on
The
between
kids are not involved.
The man and
between-
wife. We don't bring the kids. We don't bring the kids.
The man don't nurture though, but let him.
The kids don't have no input with me and her with
Right.
our particular relationship and our energy. But I submit to her as far as being that soft spot to nurture and bring that
You the soft spot.
for her having that soft spot
Oh, okay.
and bringing that nurturing attitude to the household. I submit to that. I submit to, depending on what we might be going through. If she have an idea or something like that, we'll come together, talk about it, and depending on if her idea is better or my idea is better.
I don't think you're using the
each
right
other.
word for what you describing.
As far as roles, I feel.
No, I'm just saying. Sometimes when you can't use a general word that means 100% directed to this point, and then have that same energy of that same word if it's another word that would better represent your actions to that original point.
So I don't use submit as control.
But in general speaking, you know what I'm saying, the word submissiveness means adhering to authority. Correct?
I agree.
In certain
Like you gonna
situations,
submit to the police. At the end of the day, you going in the back of the car.
I think I know what Alan's trying to say.
I'm not gonna fight no more. But you submit me like you're done fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You ain't got nothing to say. You ain't got no more questions about
In
this.
certain situations,
No new ideas. You won, and it's the end of it.
But see, that's the problem.
I never
though.
could do that in my relationship.
That's my.
I'm
That's
always
my thing.
thinking. I'm the leader of this shit. Rule could change tomorrow, depending on the circumstances.
I'm never
leading. You know what I'm saying?
never gonna
I'm not
stand
gonna
over
submit
my
on
wife.
that.
I'm never gonna stand over my wife and say, "You do what I tell you to do, no matter what."
If it's gonna save your life, that's my job, baby.
We are automatically protectors and providers.
Exactly. And
Automatically.
I can't submit being a protector and a
Automatically. So
provider.
the thing is, she submits to my ideas of not putting herself in a position to get in those situations.
Not necessarily, because you got to be able to. What's the point of some forgiveness? What if she make a mistake?
It's possible, but she automatically know that. Okay, well, I know what my husband is saying to me and teaching me and talking to me about, so I know what to look for in certain ways.
That's why you can't. That's the reason why I'm saying under no circumstances can you be the submit her, because you have to always be in position to correct.
I'm not.
When you give her leave, it's like you saying your kid can now. He ain't got to stay in the front yard.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to submit. You hear what I'm saying? You're going to submit and allow your kid to go down the street now.
Mm-hmm.
But you submitting that, you allowing your kid to go down the street is not submitting. You just giving them more of a leeway.
Right.
But at no point in my kid's development am I submitting. You know what I'm saying? You hear what I'm saying?
I get what you trying to say. I get what you trying to say. But I think I know what you trying to say too.
But
I get why he challenging you on that.
No, I get it too. I get it too. But like I said, I'm not.
Let him finish.
It's more about communication and consideration. So I have to consider all aspects. If we talking about life changing situations, for the most part, I'm going to do or I'm going to say or present an idea that's going to preserve our life or protect us, and that's what we're going to move with. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to move with like that. But for her part, she has a role too. Her role is not my role, and my role is not her role. Unless I'm not in the position, unless I'm not in the picture. So
I think what you're doing is like you're not submitting, though. You're getting consultation.
I knew it was another word for it. I know it's something else.
Like,
It's just the word.
You're getting consultation and advice and stuff like that, and then y'all coming together. But ultimately,
You just agree with her
that
that word, but that's not really the right terminology for
when
your position.
When you consult somebody and you guys come with an idea, if her idea fits better, is that submitting?
No, that's not submitting.
No?
That's ultimately submitting. Submitting is not like what I say goes. Like you're not a dictator.
Mm-hmm.
It's not what I say goes. Like
Right.
that's not what submitting is.
But that's what he
You more
just showed.
encouraging her to do what you already knew she was.
Read that definition of submitting.
1 second.
That's what he just showed me.
Hold on. Let me go back to it.
I'm trusting
But it's
you
more,
to do,
you know how
me
they-
trusting you to do what you
Yeah.
was came to do is not submitting. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like God allowing us to live our life out, you know what I'm saying, make our decisions with our free will. It's not God submitting to us. He allowing us to be able to make our mistakes and still love us over through it. But you know what I'm saying? Still want the best for us, and if we succeed, applaud to us. We doing what we supposed. He ain't gonna
Like
be
this
no
one flaw here.
If we got free will, do we submit to
Two
God?
flies just fucking us up.
We got free will, do we
You
submit
still
to God?
because you was given that. You didn't demand it.
We
We
got-
went to court and demand no free
We
will.
were
given
given free will, but we had the
All right, let 'em read. Let 'em
All
read
right,
the
so
definition.
this one is what is the meaning of submissive? So basically, what we're talking about. What is the meaning of a submissive woman? But in general, a submissive is someone who wants to give control to someone they are in a relationship with. The opposite of submissive is dominant, someone who wants to enjoy consensually. Who enjoys consensually controlling someone they are in a relationship with.
That means in circumstances change, I can't come rebuttal nothing else. I mean, that's submitting. Like,
So maybe we
I
need
might-
a
I
new
might
word
change
aside
tomorrow.
from
I might be
submit,
like,
because
don't
submit is
say
like
that,
an
I don't
old
think that
word.
is.
Yeah.
I would just- you know what I'm saying? See, for
Yeah,
instance, I ain't gonna submit forever.
Mhm.
I got to feel control.
Compliant. All right, so
change it.
hold on, one second. So,
Line is not a good one.
no. I'm just reading what it says. What is another word for submissiveness? It says compliance.
Compliant is the same thing.
Compliance.
Yes, that's
Subservience. Meekness.
What is
servility.
I give her her royalties back, but
What
I'm
is-
still the owner of this.
Essentially,
I'm still
essentially,
the CEO. of this shit.
to be a
Meekness.
submissive woman.
Obedience.
Look,
Yielding.
to be a submissive woman in modern terms is.
No.
I feel like it's
Yeah,
to trust your husband to lead. It's to trust your
Right,
husband to make the right decisions.
Yeah,
It's not to just be dumb and let them burn and crash. It's to consultate y'all partnership at the end of the day. Y'all come up with ideas together. But essentially, it's trusting the man that the man you've married and the man that to lead. You know what I mean? To know that he's going to make the best decisions for y'all.
My thing
You know what I
is,
mean? And then you don't challenge him in front of people. You can do that in private, and y'all can come together and then you can consultate and all that. And then essentially, sometimes your woman is going to have the better decisions.
Not to challenge at all, no matter if we're in private or not.
I mean,
That's the meaning of it.
I believe our game.
but that's what I'm saying. It's like that's why I say maybe we need another word for.
I think relationships though, bro. I think in relationships you earn points based on your value to that person you in a relationship with. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you could get them to reveal what their vulnerabilities are, you know what I'm saying, and you provide whatever's missing, you know what I'm saying. Now they trust you to lead and have a final say so on things like that because you take reign of the. You basically got more, you know what I'm saying, of that, if it's the opposite
So what's
around,
so let me
I don't
ask
see
you this.
a flaw in you. If she's more stable than you are, you might need. I need that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But
So as far as her being a nurturer, because
right, I
naturally
understand
we're not
what you're saying.
nurturing.
Yeah, I understand.
Right, yeah, that ain't.
But
what's the
I just don't
better?
like
What's the
that
better
word? I
word?
just don't like the word, the terminology of that.
What's the better
Because-
word
yeah.
then? What's the better word then that we should be using
The submissive.
instead of submissive?
Um,
That you can describe how you want, because you know
It's not wrong with the word.
Hold on, but you know the type of woman that it's because it's out here. We just don't know how to label it, right? It's a certain kind of woman that's loud, that's kind of just
I would call
in
it
your face and
submissive.
stuff like
And my
that.
point, bro, I would call it, instead of saying submissiveness, I was saying she in pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? She, you know what I'm saying? She down. You know what I'm saying? She locked in. You know what I'm saying? She on point. You know what I'm saying? She fucking with me. Like, just regular shit.
Nah, man,
you
we
know
need to
what
work
I'm
with
saying?
everybody.
she's loyal.
She's
We
loyal.
need a broad word for different
loyal.
genres.
That was a lot of words.
Yeah,
I
that
know,
was
but it all mean the same
Because
thing.
all
depending
that
on
sounds
her
like something negative.
No, it don't.
So we don't know what word to
It
use.
sounds
But
like
everybody's not. Everybody
We know
is
what
not
we
living the
mean,
same
but we
life.
don't know what word to use.
Everybody,
We know what we mean.
everybody read different books to get their true understanding of life. Everybody got different
All right,
roles.
man. So we don't know what word to use then. So we don't. Y'all was right, ladies.
Majority of men is not gonna be.
Y'all was right. Y'all was right.
Majority of dominant men out here in the world is not be okay with the word "I submit to my wife."
I haven't submitted. I haven't said he submit.
If you
He's one out of four right now.
If
Who
you-
else gonna go on record? Who else gonna go on the record and say?
if you
Who else? Hold on, this room right here though. Just a vote of four.
whether either one of y'all say
No, don't
anything,
change the narrative. Don't do that.
I'm
I'm
not
saying
changing
we don't do a vote. You said you okay
I
with
said
the
that,
word.
yeah.
Okay,
I
boom.
stick
We're
with
gonna exclude you.
Uh-huh.
Now and let the rest of the three and try and start with you.
Nah, I ain't submitting. I ain't submitting.
Mhm.
And
But now I can feel how they
it
feel.
don't matter what the
Like, I mean,
circumstances is, right? It don't matter what the what
Now I
conversation
just feel like
we
it's a different word for that. I feel like I'm
Right.
open to
whether
discussion.
you use
I'm
the
open to
word or
discussion.
not,
No, you can't say that. You can't say that. You're using the word.
whether you use that specific word or not,
No, you can't say that. You gotta make sense of
Wait,
that.
what you about to say? Whether you use the word or what? Hold on, let him finish.
No, it's not that. I'm just saying if he get hot, because I see the sternness coming.
nah,
Whether you use the word or
whether
what?
you use that specific word or not. If you and your wife or your partner come to an agreement that she says, and you say, okay, we'll go with
I got
that,
the word.
You're not submitting.
technically, that's submitting.
No, it's not.
That's not.
That's
Evenly yoked.
You're
not.
obeying what she's saying.
No, you're not.
Evenly
What you
yoked.
doing? What you doing is this. No, what, man? That's a good idea. You know what I'm saying? I would have
That's
thought about that too. I
agreeing.
didn't have the other shit on my
That's
mind.
agreeing.
That's why I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
It's agreeing.
You doing what I already
Yeah.
told you previously.
It's
Doing a
agreeing.
whole
I
other
want to, all right.
thing. You the reason why you thought of that.
Are you the leader of your household?
Are
Are you the leader of your household?
Number one, we use that
I
word.
inspired you to think like that.
We use that word.
You would have thought like that with him.
Hold on.
We use that word wrong anyway.
Right.
Because, like I said, my wife is not for her. She's created to be my partner. She's created to be my partner in my side in life.
Yeah.
It's not to obey. It's to work together.
Right. But they do say that in the Bible. I mean, or when you get married, to love and obey. That's why they didn't change a lot of
rules.
these.
Rules ain't meant to be broken, man. Ignorance is no excuse for the law.
Those words,
It's a law out here in this world, man. Adam and Eve.
Those words and marriage vows are from both sides. You both say it.
We do?
Yes. You both say it.
I don't understand this in life, man. How a person, a male and a female, could go down there to the I don't care if it's the city hall, the church, or the backyard, or the beach.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? You can go get married. You know what I'm saying? Right? You can go get married, and you know that, you know what I'm saying? The road, it takes a road. Go down there and get married. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about the new form of the new marriage and all. I'm talking about tradition. You know what I'm saying? Let me be politically correct. But I'm saying I don't understand how, in order for you to even do that, you have to have a concept of where that came from. You have to have an image or something to say, oh, I want that for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? So you had to have the best version of that to know what you aspire to be or relate this new relationship to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know for me, I try and had to like think of it like when you got married to your wife, the images that you had to relate what you going into from. You had to at least look at Granny and Charlie, or you know what I'm saying, or this person, this person. Or, you didn't do none of that. As far as what you expect from a marriage, or what
I didn't know what to
expect.
That's what I'm saying. I just winged it, man.
Right.
Traditionally speaking, yes. The man does this, the woman does that, and there's nothing else.
Hey, Alex, volunteer. That should be a good word. We can use
volunteer.
Yep. Somebody can be volunteer.
Okay, but I mean, I know what you're saying. It's like essentially y'all partner. It's a partnership,
Exactly.
and a partnership comes together, and y'all agree to disagree, or y'all agree. You know what I mean, and that's just what it is. I mean, maybe submit is not the right word.
Submit is not the right word.
So we need a new word, but it's like.
So we agree that that's not the proper word.
For either side though. For either side.
Us four.
No, I'm saying for either men or women. Maybe we shouldn't be telling our women to submit.
You gotta start some kind of like collective opinion.
Maybe we shouldn't be telling our men to submit.
Since we can't tell a woman to submit, or why should I say?
No, I ain't saying we can't tell our women to submit. I want them to submit. I'm saying we ain't supposed to submit.
No, well, we saying submit. We already established and submit is not.
I just don't want to tell my wife. Same way the narrative.
Your wife ain't submitting. For one.
Listen.
Everybody tell
now, maybe tell me if I'm wrong. Anybody can tell me I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm only 42 years old.
I can't say you're wrong.
No. Tell me if I'm wrong on this analogy I got right now. I don't believe that a man, even though it might be circumstances where it allows it, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't think it's ever okay to cry in front of your wife or your woman as a man. Am I wrong?
Did we discuss this already?
Yeah, we did.
Huh?
What do you think that does?
It takes away from your leadership position of how balanced you're going to be in the most trying situations. We all got a fear of the unknown in this circumstance. And this your wife is more, you already know as the male figure, she's more than you are. You know what I'm saying? Even though you like this, but she like this. You know what I'm saying? So in every situation, I always got to have that much more, you know what I'm saying, balance.
All right, hold on. Stop right there. Women. Can you chime in and let us know if your man cried in front of you, how would you genuinely take it? Do you feel like
how are you moving?
Is it a decrease in the overall affection?
Listen, you should not want to be with somebody that you don't feel comfortable crying in front of. You should because that's your safest space. That safest place you could be should be with your woman. That's the softest a man is going to be. That's the safest a man is going to be. That's where you're going to like. I mean, if she makes you feel that way, you know what I mean. That's where you go. It's going to be shit you do in front of your woman. Listen,
I'm Superman.
It's stuff that let's be honest.
Superman.
Let's be honest. It's stuff.
What was Superman's weakness?
I ain't going to narratives.
Stuff you would never in front of your woman. You would never do. I don't care if it was a dance move.
You're Superman, right? But Superman still had a weakness.
It's stuff you would do in front of your woman. You would never do in front of nobody.
Everybody
had got the dogs for. I rather cry in front of my homie than I cry in front of my wife.
Yeah, that's a sad situation. Man.
That's not because if I got a homie I can't cry in front of, you ain't my homie.
Ain't nobody saying you shouldn't be able to cry in front of your homies. If I can't cry in front of my homie, you ain't my homie.
The way you feel about your homie, the love, the safetyness.
I can't compare it to my wife because we under different measures.
That's
right.
We under different circumstances.
I'm
not under the same trial. And I don't expect the same thing I want from my wife as I expect from my homeboy. It's a different type of love.
So you love your homies more than your wife?
That was my next question.
It's a different type of love. I can't compare it.
So why you can't cry?
I don't want from my homie what I want from my wife.
So why you can't cry in front of your wife?
I don't want the same things from my wife. I want my wife to get out there and fight with me.
Do you want loyalty from your wife? Do you want loyalty?
You know what I'm saying?
Do you want loyalty?
I want my wife not to snitch on me. If my wife had to snitch, I'd be like, I could accept my wife snitching because I'm like, you got to go take care of the kids.
But is there a certain sort of loyalty
I would
that you
accept
want?
something from my wife negative than I would be able to accept it from my friend. It's a different type of love. It's a different type of expectation.
What they got to do with crying?
I'm telling you, with Rob,
I was with you until you said that, bro.
Listen, I'm going to explain that. What I mean by this is like,
Let's
It's no. What I said, favorite words Pac ever said is no love for a thug. Like it's no peace. But you know what I'm saying?
So you a thug?
I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm to the gristle. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
You a daddy.
I come from a place where I hold everything in.
You're a
You know what I'm
husband.
saying? I feel hate.
You're a brother.
The reason why I'm able to show
You're a
so much
friend.
love, the reason why I'm so much to show so much love, because I really feel with hate. I really can snap at any second, you know what I'm saying? But it's the love in me that keep me stable, you know what I'm saying? And the only person that can fucking calm that storm is another person that's dealing with that type of storm. You know what I'm saying? I can't expect a woman who never went through these trials to understand this type of fixing time and all this other shit.
So you really talk to a dude than your own woman.
When they don't understand this language.
All right, so my question would be this: what if your homeboy start the one you want to cry to start looking at you a different way now? He look at you
and say you ain't my friend. I'm not gonna cry in front of anybody.
But I'm saying the person you do,
you might
cry in front of.
I might cry in front of a friend before I cry in front of my brother. It's just that we got a different bond. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the circumstances. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want you around me if I can't be vulnerable with you. Cause I'm the type of friend that I'm gonna let you know I'm gonna make you.
Why wouldn't it be that for your wife then?
Say what?
Why wouldn't it be that for your wife?
I'm just saying. What I'm saying is this: the reason why I ain't saying I wouldn't cry. I ain't comfortable crying. I'm saying I would fight to cry more so with my wife than I would with my homie. Huh?
You just said that at first.
Because I'm presenting it differently, but I meant that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Nah, I mean, you know, you gotta go see somebody about that. But
all right. So what if you was crying to your wife and she had hairy legs?
What?
She had hairy legs.
It's crazy.
I'm just going
who got hairy legs, man? Why you? Who had hairy legs?
That was a bullshit ass.
You don't like hairy legs?
But look,
hell no.
Okay.
Well,
What I'm saying is,
everybody agree on that.
What I'm saying is this, brother. What I'm saying is this right here. It just go back to like the first topics that we were speaking on, as far as being the roles. You know what I'm saying? As far as in life in general, like being a leader or a follower. And like the religion aspect, it's like, you know what I'm saying, where we get our information from versus how we transmit our information, as far as us having longevity, teaching your kids this and that. It's like that role is a role is a role of the key factor that you have as being different than somebody else. Like it's a reason why I'm a man, she's a woman. Like I have to establish that with every new woman I get with. Even though I know she got a past, she did deal with a different version of me. You know what I'm saying?
We're not talking about everyone. We talking about your wife.
How did she become my wife? She was a woman at first. She was anybody at first.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I disagree.
I understand what you
Well,
want.
let's see. We're gonna end it. We're gonna end it, man. Which one of y'all one of these ended with this with, man? Also,
we could do the rap R&B later for the next one. Gonna take some time. I mean, shit.
Go up.
What is your? Oh, okay.
I like the which one y'all want to erase on for the basketball players, man. Which one y'all want to erase?
I got you.
I like that one right there, bro.
All right. Let's see. You have to erase one basketball. I mean, you have to erase one from basketball forever. Who would it be? Micheal Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Steph Curry.
You had to erase one.
Well, they just won the Olympics. I mean, LeBron, Steph was on the team.
Erase?
They just want to go for the NBA.
Why would you want to erase?
I mean, this is a question. I wouldn't want to erase nobody, but
No,
it's a question. If we had to
choose, I'd say Stephen Curry.
And why?
Over all the other three?
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Yeah,
why? Impact.
He has a greater impact.
Hold on, because I want everybody to get a.
Of course, he has a greater impact.
No. Go ahead with your answer. All right, we gonna start defending in a minute.
No. I'm just saying if I had to pick, the whole point is I wouldn't. But if I had to, yes, Stephen Curry.
I'll go with LeBron.
Because why though?
No, I'm just saying. I shut the fuck up, nigga. Only because I like the game. Of the first, I like the game. Like, well.
So you would erase it? That's something we asking who you would erase.
Yeah. I like the game of Mike, Kobe, and LeBron. I like the game. I like the aggressiveness of how they play.
Okay.
All around basketball.
Okay.
Fuck little stuff. Cool. What?
I'm getting rid of LeBron.
Bron.
All
right. Why?
I mean, I love it with his longevity and everything else, but he hasn't transcended basketball. Michael Jordan, if you look at all four of them, only three of them had brought basketball from one place to another. Michael, then it was Kobe. LeBron just came in because of his size and his aggressiveness. But I mean, then you got Steph Curry. All of them. Steph Curry has changed the game. Kobe has changed the game. Mike has changed the game. LeBron just kept it the same. The only thing that's different than LeBron is he's a stat stuffer. That's about it.
Yeah, what?
Stat stuffer.
A stack stepper?
Stuffer.
He don't want some championships too.
LeBron is still playing at a high quality.
Exactly.
At his age.
But he's not the best at. I mean, he's not the best shooter. He's not the best taking it to the hole. He's not the best perimeter shooter ever.
All right, bro. What about
That's
you?
not the question.
I know. Are you right? I mean, this is why I said I would take out LeBron, bitch.
I think out of all four, that's tough because I think all of them. First of all, big ups to all four, man. Because you know what I'm saying. I think that if I'm selfish and only like putting my own personal opinion in of what I can deal without, as far as who inspired me the most, I would take LeBron out of that equation because Michael did so much as far as inspiring the other ones that's on that list. You know what I'm saying? Kobe transcended exactly what Michael did. He was like a better version of what originated was there. He did it, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then Stephen Curry, like, he did something even Kobe couldn't do, you know what I'm saying, on a consistent level. So I would say that as far as consistency goes, as far as taking the game next level, it's them three for me. LeBron gone.
Man. Okay, so I was leaning towards LeBron. And why I was leaning towards LeBron is because of I love LeBron as a person. I mean, and I respect him as a player. But I'm gonna stick with LeBron. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna change.
Once again, the question is if you had to erase one from basketball forever.
Right. So I'll say the only reason I'm saying this is hard as hell. But this is a hard thing to do. But the only reason I would say LeBron is because of how he did it. Because of how he did it is because he did it on different teams, multiple teams, and a lot of those teams was super teams. Besides, I say the one with the Cleveland team.
That's a nice.
Besides the Cleveland team, I feel like, hold on, let me finish.
That's a cold.
That makes sense. I just feel like Curry stayed on the he had the Durant, but they was balling before that.
Exactly.
Kobe stayed on the Lakers. Curry did it with Warriors. I felt like LeBron he went to Miami, and he kind of built his stuff with the Lakers. I just felt like he had a little bit more help. And I love LeBron. And I respect LeBron as a person, as a man. Really, I would hang with LeBron over all these cats. But as far as in basketball.
You wouldn't hang with Kobe.
You
wouldn't hang with Kobe.
Hell nah, Kobe not a here. No, I love Kobe basketball, but as far as hanging with him, no.
You got learn from Kobe though on so much different levels though.
But
that nigga knew like 8 different languages.
It's my speech. This is my I just feel like LeBron. He was jumping around, man. He kind of did a lot of jumping around, kind of forming teams, and he was the coach and the GM, and I don't feel like I feel like everybody else did it a little bit. Curry had a little bit of that with the Durant thing, but then he still won after that and proved his point. LeBron did it too, but he had
because he's jumping around to different teams. That's part of the reason.
That's one of the main.
Your opinion made me understand his opinion because by you explaining your personal opinion on that subject, I understood what you meant by stack stuffer. You know what I'm saying? LeBron is a stack stuffer.
I think it's more the way he kind of did it. I just feel like he put together teams. He made it easy for him, and a lot of his easier years was in the East, which that wasn't his fault. But I feel like once he did start to formulate teams and stuff like that, he had the power to put together teams.
Let me say this:
he made it easy.
This might be a false narrative for certain people, but and of course this is different. But when you go to the park, when we were at playing basketball at the park, what do? You lose, or I got next. When you got next, what are you doing? You already sitting there watching, he balling. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him.
Yeah, but the NBA wasn't built like that, though.
Yeah,
wasn't built like, you don't.
You 6 man come off the bench.
Yeah, the NBA is, but this is what they doing.
Now it's like that. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't like that, bro. It been like that.
This is what they doing now.
But
you know you been like that too. You
really, the Boston started it. Then LeBron was one of the forefront
I didn't
people.
get picked. You know what I'm saying?
You
You call
want to
Nick.
the owners are doing that. Oh, he's a better fit. He's going to bring this to the team.
That's because they following what the players start doing. The players start coming together themselves. Like, hey, I want to play with you. We need to play together. They start. Now the owners is like, all right, well, they don't want to do that because they want to pay all them niggas.
Michael, Kobe, maybe Steph now, they got the control now because of, the name is big.
Michael Jordan didn't even have much control as LeBron did.
But he had some.
That's why he quit, because of what they were
doing. I get it.
Jordan had control.
No, he didn't.
Not like that.
No, he didn't.
That's why he left.
Exactly. That's why he started playing. That's why he started playing baseball.
Jordan had the
Because they were trying to get rid of. They were trying to get rid of the coach.
He would have kept going though when he retired the last time.
He
would have kept going. They was about to get rid of, I believe, Phil or somebody. They was about to get rid of
He was like, he don't want to play.
Jordan different, bro. And inside the office and off the court.
And you see when he went to hold on. You see when he went to not Starling. Who did
he ain't no nigga. Jordan, I ain't never said, but we ain't questioning.
And I love Kobe to death, but Kobe wasn't really a nigga like that.
Why wasn't he? Why wasn't he there? He came in a nigga.
Damn.
Hey, Kobe, that's correct. That put some respect on Kobe's name. Kobe came in taking Brandy to the motherfucking
What they
prime.
gotta do anything? And you was young.
Jordan came in on all art,
But at the end of the day,
sitcoms. You know what I'm saying? He let it be known that he was with the community.
okay, so
In
we
LA.
like Sue LeBron.
In LA alone.
What
You know what I'm saying?
What did you say? Oh,
He never. Kobe never said fuck hip hop.
So you gonna give it the only light skin?
Kobe wanted to become a rapper. Kobe was a rapper. I put Kobe above Jordan in that.
If I was to go, if I was leaning
Kobe
towards
first.
Curry too, I said I was leaning towards Curry too. But you gotta respect a little dude like that.
Yeah, I do.
And for what he did and how he really changed in the NBA. Yeah, it might not be as flashy and shit as you got these kids that's coming and just that's all they think about. But that dude is what, like 6'3", if that. I mean, and doing what he does in the NBA and transcending the game, bro, and going against these big, and he'll go to the hole too. Coldest floater, coldest.
I will say this.
Who?
Steph Curry. Hold on. I will say this.
Yeah. Okay.
Steph Curry has changed the game tremendously. Because remember when you used to have a 20-point lead, you win like automatically.
Right.
You can have a 20-point lead, and guess what they're shooting? Threes. Look at the league. All they shooting is threes.
He's the greatest in that era.
He's the greatest ever.
He was like just one, really.
Exactly. He's the reason why they won
For him, it was
the semi and the finals.
For him, who was it? Reggie Miller.
It was Reggie Miller, but shit, right now he's transcending beyond.
He's way past.
He's way.
That's because, like you said earlier, you want your kids to do better than you.
Exactly.
So now you're a classic. You're not even in the equation no more. You know what I'm saying? But
Exactly.
I want whoever come after me to be better than me. You know what I'm
Seven down
saying?
past his daddy.
I don't care about. You know what I'm saying? But I honestly don't think LeBron came into the league being better than Jordan.
No, he
better
wasn't.
version of
No,
Jordan. I
he
think
wasn't.
Kobe did that, and then Steph is even greater than Kobe because he did something even Kobe didn't solidify as his.
I mean, they all special. Don't get it wrong. Even LeBron, they all special.
No, LeBron's special.
Special players, and I'm glad we lived through seeing all of them. We literally lived through seeing all of these players. And
For a
that's
different
dope,
generation.
man.
But
no, man,
that's
that's
y'all old or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not old, but y'all
Yeah.
all right, man. Y'all
Yeah.
still young.
But like I said, Steph Curry has changed the game of basketball because look what everybody's doing now. It's 3-pointers. Back they had a stat, and I don't really remember the stat, but they had a stat to where when Steph started playing, what the 3-point average was, he boosted it up by 35%.
Yeah.
Just on him
On a
off.
natural.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know about 35%.
No, it's
Something like that.
it's more than that. I don't want to give an outrageous
After a
number.
year?
Huh? After a year, because
Yeah, look at
the last year they won it. I mean, not the very, very last time,
If we're
but
going off stats, bro, the numbers don't lie. Jay-Z said it before, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie, bro. You got to look at when they came into the game, who their opposition was, the stats they put up from year to year, from out of college, it's different. Everybody got different scenarios. Jordan came in different than Kobe. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
and the funny part
Kobe
about
didn't
it
go
is,
to college,
I
you know what I
get
mean?
what do you really know about Steph?
Mm. All right, man. Well, that was the one thing for sure. Episode 27, I believe this is, man. Again, good episode, fellas, man. We had a lot of talking. Thanks to the bro.
Hey,
He
bro,
was all over the place.
Let me say this, man. Like, this is a very intriguing experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not used to being on camera. I'm used to dialogues like this, just like not just being conscious of being watched by the, you know what I'm saying, general public. You know what I'm saying? Speaking my personal opinions. You know what I mean? Because there's certain debates, I'm a debater by, you know what I'm saying, by character. You know what I'm saying? But it's good to see brothers that's able to have, you know what I'm saying, direct discussions and personal, you know what I'm saying, the dialogues without getting, you know what I'm saying, out of character, you know what I'm saying, able to, you know what I mean, go into full detail about their personal experiences and all that. You know what I'm saying? I commend y'all, you know what I'm saying? Be able to, we can talk about whatever, you know what I'm saying? Y'all like brothers for life, man.
Yeah.
Just based on that, you know what I'm saying, being able to communicate, you know what I'm saying?
For sure, man. Yeah, man. Again, man, we appreciate everybody, man. Tune in every Thursdays at 6 p.m., man. We going to keep bringing it to y'all, man. This has been episode 27. We going to come back, man. Anybody got something to shout out, anything to say?
Hey, man, I'm gonna start triple play gamers, you know what I'm saying, all day, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to my little brother, little Slide, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And much love and much, you know what I'm saying, spiritual prayers, you know what I'm saying, personal prayers for the family and friends of those that's connected, you know what I'm saying, internally or outwardly, whatever, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? We get ready for the, you know what I mean, you know, for what it is. And, you know what I'm saying, we just ask for the continued prayers, you know what I'm saying, for the family and the loved ones, you know what I mean. My wife, you know what I'm saying, she's going through hard times right now. And, you know what I'm saying, my whole family, basically, you know what I'm saying. I ask continued prayers for me, personally and generally, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying, we going through it, but we fighting through it, you know what I'm saying. We ain't giving up. We ain't submitting. I know that.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
yeah. I want to give a couple of those, rest in peace. Kato, Kaylin, my sister's longtime friend, her godson was killed in a motorcycle accident last weekend. So I want to rest in peace to him. So, tragic, but rest in peace. Rest in peace to Naomi from Division 7. I heard the news. That was tragic. So,
all right. Rest in peace to you.
Rest in peace to y'all, man. God bless. God bless the soul. God bless the family. Much love and respect.
My condolences.
Anything for you all? Yeah, man.
I apologize now. Just shout out to my family.
Yeah, shout out to the fam. Shout out to the kids going back to school, man. Y'all do good, man. Make us proud this year, man. We love y'all to death, man. We're going to be back next Thursday, man, for episode 28, man. We might do something special next episode. Ain't no telling. Or I said we can put together something special. But
stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned, man.
Women tap in.
Yeah. One thing for sure, episode 27.
Hey, next episode, bro, I think it's like mom's birthday. You should have moms on the cast or something like that.
That's what I'm not doing. I'm just saying. I just
I think she have a great opinion on a lot of things.
No, I don't want to sit on here on her birthday, man.
Yeah, I think she do.
Yeah.
I love my mama.
I love my mama too. Whatever. Episode 27, man. We out, y'all.
All right.